Welcome to this evening's session of Changeling the Dreaming. I'm joined here by my friends Scott Humphrey and
Thank you.
Elizabeth and Neale.
Oh, thank you so much.
Kate.
Yes.
Thrilled to be here, as always.
Tonight's top story. Politics. What are they? How do
Is
they
your
work?
baby trying to kill you?
Find out at
The
11.
truth may surprise you.
It's a chilly evening here in Montreal.
It is,
Hope
eh?
all of you at home are nice and toasty or as cool as a cucumber. Whatever your preference.
Yeah, do people prefer cool cucumbers or toasty? What'd you say? Just
Nice and
toasty.
toasty.
Nice and toasty.
I believe the
Toasty
term is
toast.
snug as a bug in the rug.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
A classic.
A classic.
Zoom in.
It's too big for me.
Quote ad, it's too big for me.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hi, everybody. You're weird, Aaron Gwen. You're weird. Oof. Yay.
Thank you, Rocky.
Yes. Oh, late night radio. Man, what a win. It's nearing 2 a.m. Welcome back to WKNP. Yay. Yeah, Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday. Whoa. Whoa.
Thank you, Space Out Lily, for continuing your gifted sub.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
It's still
Yay.
September. Sorry, I had this moan of what?
Yeah, I was also
Thank
thinking
you,
about that.
Group
And it's
Image.
like, whoa.
So it is still wait for that to go. September, which means anyone who has received a gifted sub, it's only $1 for your first month if you choose to continue it.
Damn, Daniel.
So
which
Spaced Out Lily.
which is
Made
wonderful.
A good choice.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And of course, Aragwen having dumped a bunch of gift subs everywhere here. Oh my god, Aragwen!
Oh, balls.
I like how you got a
Wait,
gift
how
sub.
are
you doing?
Did you guys leave it open at home?
No.
Maybe? No?
No.
I don't
Oh
know.
my god. Added us manually.
Well, this is going to go on for a little bit.
Just cut the feed, guys. We'll let this
Recent
go in.
visitors too.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
I like
We're
how
all
none of
subs.
you are subscribed to my channel.
I can
Well, we're
just
here,
give
man.
you $5.
Yeah, do you,
Like,
do you
Well,
want it?
that's why I stopped subscribing to your channel.
yeah.
That's fair. Play of the game. That's. I'm
my
actually really
gosh.
impressed because it's now like a block.
yeah.
It looks really cool when it's just like.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
gonna
that's
keep
just
going
going to
for a
keep
while.
going. But you know, while
Something I
while
can
that's
use
going
an
and while we
emote
keep
now?
getting interrupted by your standard...
Damn it.
There it is.
There we
That's
go.
good.
There's a new member of our family here.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, hi there, little Bobby.
Bobby.
Bradley.
Pocky.
Minushka?
Hockey.
It's a pocket
Bobby. Great name. Thanks, Durgan McChuck.
Durgan McChuckles.
Thank you. Thank you for the.
Hey.
Okay, I want to point out Elizabeth is Liam.
Ah, yes.
Yes, dude. What
Oathbreaker.
am I gonna
Liars.
Yeah, I want to know what we're gonna be and how.
I think you may have already gone through.
No,
I
it's-
don't
Poorly.
know.
I saw
that's
the.
gonna go for
I
us.
was later. than this.
Oh my god, Kate, look how great it looks on
I yield.
mobile.
No.
Yeah.
Holy
Great,
shit.
clear.
Actually, you know what,
Yeah,
John?
I
Like
don't know.
me,
I have no
I get it.
idea.
No, I mean,
Spammed.
but like what I possibly
Access.
Whoa.
Take
Oh my
that.
God, Elizabeth, no.
Channel.
Yeah, it looks really clear here too. Maybe
Poor
they've
thing's
updated.
Baylor.
Maybe they've.
Anyway, we do have a
Maybe
new
my
member of our
monitor
family.
just sucks.
Yes. Pocky, but-
I'm actually
But
going to
also
take the
mine.
risk. I'm going to see if I can show it to you.
Perfect.
Oh shit, John.
Oh.
So it's sitting right there. That's about as close as I can get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see all the... Now, I should point out...
Now you have to reframe yourself.
Oh. Oh.
So many suns.
I know, it's just like it's out of
There we go.
control today.
Now, one thing that I should point out is that camera, we're currently not using it to full effect.
No.
Some of it is we've got some lighting changes that we have to make. Literally, the camera kind of came in last night.
Yeah.
So, you know, we wanted to give it a chance to show it off there. So that's why the players might be looking a little bit darker than they normally do.
But-
It's sharper.
Oh,
Oh my God, Haggis McHaggis.
Ooh.
Haggis McHaggis.
Thank you.
It's the most Scottish
That's
name I
like-
can think of. Hooray!
And
I
Teliger.
mean, my brother goes by Haggy McHagster,
Tele-
so
Oh, there you go.
it makes me think, but it's not.
Unless it is.
Or is it?
Creeping.
In an hour, John, I'm just going to interrupt you with that sound cue. But like, I'm just going to open my mouth and it's going to come out to interrupt you.
I should have put it on the.
Don't mind me just installing some wires.
Oh,
Yay! Lego! So fun.
oh
Kaiser
Kaiser Omnic,
Omnic,
I
it's
love it.
actually the world of insufficient light.
It's not called World of Brightness.
No, it's not called the World of Insufficient Light.
Yeah. Yeah. We will
Um,
figure out our lighting switch.
It's
You're going to see some
pretty
changes
good,
in the
though.
stream over the next couple of weeks and
Yeah,
months. But
amazing.
that's another step along in our journey.
Yeah.
So the second camera has not yet arrived.
No.
We got one.
We wanted to make sure, because this doesn't have a built-in monitor, so we wanted to see whether or not that would be awful. It isn't. But it was a choice. Right?
Yeah. And it's
because
not.
it is, like, it means that there's no screen on the back of the camera to check things with. So we get better lenses if we don't have the monitor, trying to get the most for you guys.
Yay.
While not making it awful for us. So we wanted to test one, make sure it's all hunky-dory.
Crosshair speaks the truth. All these upgrades are your fault.
doing.
But you're
Thank
doing.
you.
Thank you. We're so happy.
Yes. Yes.
Dreams and wishes that one day we'll stream Demon the Fallen. When will that happen?
Whoa.
Big question marks. Demon the Fallen remains the only gaming book that has ever been stolen from me.
I mean,
Durgan McChuckles, did you do it?
that's pretty fair that it was a game called Demon the Fallen, John. Like, I mean, that makes
I
a lot
had
of
it. I was
poetic
reading
justice.
it I was reading it at school in our gaming club, and I put it down on a table and walked
When I
away
looked
and
up.
came back and it was gone.
Wow.
And
Shit,
to
dude.
this day, I still have no idea where it went.
These bastards.
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
right?
There you go, everyone.
Yeah, there was an angel that was. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Durgan, to co-op your question
It's like
and to
stealing
like,
Wraith Pukajutsu with the deep cut World
Yeah,
of Darkness
That's too
jokes.
much. Yoink.
hey man, you gotta make your jokes where you can, right? I think that's good. I just want to tell Durgan McChuckles and like turn that around. I don't know when we're gonna see some Demon the Fallen on this channel, but on this channel before the winter holidays and the new year, we have some special events. One of which will be a game that is not this one for one night only, which we don't have a date set yet. But
Yeah.
like,
And who's running that game?
I am.
Yay!
fuck!
Yeah, that was bad timing, but pretty good
Oh
though.
shit!
Oh,
Exactly, Durgan McChuckles.
Actually, maybe.
It-
Someone was walking by the club space, saw it, opened the door, grabbed it, threw it into a bonfire. They just like conveniently had sitting there in the hall.
Ah, le scooter.
I've also had a dice bag stolen from me, which had like 3 pounds of dice in it, and like some sentimental things that I'm never gonna get back, which was really disappointing. But
I'm sorry, John.
From that joke.
you know,
Gold dice.
Ooh, don't
Like
shop
made of
at
gold?
Bedlam Path and Beyond. That's
I
Who wants to know
love
what
it,
tier of sub
Crosshair.
it costs for you to? Well,
what
You.
what tier of sub for me to come and run a game for you?
The
I wouldn't
cost
actually name
of
anything right now, John.
At least.
It's true. You know what
travel,
happened the last
accommodation,
time we
no,
started
I know.
naming
offsetting
costs?
Yeah.
The lost work and any inconvenience by
Oh,
not
of
being
course.
present.
Of
Like,
course.
it's a lot of money.
Low, that
Million?
was good. Also bad.
I don't want to charge
Yeah.
Pukajutsu $1 million. I like
No.
Pukajutsu.
I didn't know who had asked.
It's Pukajutsu who asked.
Well,
Well, in that case,
Million
could let it go for
hugs?
500 grand.
I can't do it for 1,000,000 hugs. Because 1,000,000 hugs would probably kill me.
both of you.
Are you
honestly? You'd
allergic
like
to-
just
Oh, I see.
burn so much energy that like
The
your
friction.
body
Oh,
would
oh.
waste away. And yeah, also
right.
but like think about all those reps. 1,000,000 reps?
Okay, today we're doing push-ups. 1 million.
If you gave me one hug a second, it would take me about 11 days.
It's a lot of days of
And
hugs.
then you wouldn't have any time to eat or sleep.
Or
drink.
storytell. Whole reason why you were
Good
there
point.
in the first place.
I mean, I guess I could like have a straw and be like,
Yeah. Soylent.
just like constantly.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, sir. What's going on in here?
So that's what we've
It's
come.
not
to.
what it looks
Yes.
like.
I swear
That's what
it's
we've
not.
come to. Hi, folks. I see a lot of subscribers in the chat right now. It's very kind.
It is.
It's very kind.
Look at all those
it's because subpocalypses happen.
Yep.
September apocalypse.
Rocky could handle it.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
It probably also fix Rocky's back.
Yep. Crack. 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 Crack.
Yeah, this
Strengthen
long
those back
line of
muscles.
purple stars is very pleasing.
So
to
during
me.
McChuckles, it's not so much that we don't have info on that. It's more like we don't want to announce anything without being sure. So it's not like we know that it's going to happen. We know it'll happen soon. But we also first want to make sure that we give people enough of a chance to tune in. You know, we don't want to say it's going to be tomorrow. Haha, suckers.
Yeah.
But
But also, our
Yeah.
schedules can be a little unpredictable. It's the nature of our work. So we want to make sure that we can pick a date where we won't suddenly book a gig and have to cancel it.
Good point.
It
Jesus.
can still
no.
happen.
Crosshair,
think that's
one of
above
the
your
first
clearance,
games I ever
citizen.
ran for Scott was Paranoia.
It was. It was.
One thing that I will also point out is that it's not just Scott. We have a whole bunch of podcasts we got to record. We've got 3 Chrysalis sessions that we've got to get through.
What
We
If
have a What If
Wednesday?
Wednesday, which I'm super excited about.
I'm jazzed.
My God,
So-
Pick a
yes.
Wednesday. We'll talk.
It
Yeah.
can't be this Wednesday
No, but soon.
because we're missing players. But
Oh.
Paranoia Pugmire.
We're gonna talk. Oh,
I'm sorry, but you don't have the olfactory receptors.
I'm sorry. That dog biscuit is above your clearance.
Thank you, Lemon Eater.
Yay!
Thank you for continuing. September.
Much appreciated.
September. Hype.
Oh, I don't see subs that happen that way.
What do you mean?
They
I
don't
mean-
they
Oh,
don't
it
show
doesn't
up in
show up
my
in
chat.
your
They show
chat
up in
that way?
yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
Weird.
So I'm glad that you're calling it out.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
sure are.
We'll interrupt lots of moments.
I will interrupt Braum every time to announce a September.
And I will interrupt
It's just for my
Sophia
wedding.
every time. And I declare that the new rule of the land, because that's obviously what she sounds like. Oh,
Now I think it has to be. And I declare the new ruler of the land to be.
Oh, thank you, Push. Off screen.
Holy shit.
John, you know you love it. Kate's impression of Sophia is
How do you like it?
You know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to raise a glass to something. Ooh,
oh.
Clunk.
I'm just going to clunk it right against the microphone. I'm going to raise a glass because not only have we had such great support, I'm also going to remember that we've had people who have cosplayed among us. Spaced Out Lily did
Yes,
a cosplay of
that's
Speaks
right.
of Silence.
Uh-huh.
And it was amazing.
It was amazing. So I'm lifting my bottle
To
of that
all the
because
forms of fan
maybe
art.
I'll get lucky and I'll get to see somebody else do that.
Ooh, maybe.
Somebody else do Speaks of Silence. Like Kung Fu Fenris is just like, well, okay, here we go.
Paint me like one of your Fox people. Hang on.
Don't think that we've forgotten. Lily.
I just
Yeah.
want someone to send us a picture of them plunging a toilet and they're like, Braum cosplay.
Wow. Also, yes.
From like episode 1.
Get out of my way.
Yeah. OG.
Here we go.
Yes, Rocky.
Yay.
Wear a plaid shirt.
Oof, crosshair. Ay,
You're like
ay,
one of
ay, ay,
Dead
ay.
girlfriends. Holy fuck. Anyway. So it falls to us. But I can also at least salute, even after she threw down a subpocalypse. She knows 10,000 things this year.
Yeah.
We can throw that down. Get some salute in there. For absent friends, Captain Daff is not here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll just pour
Oh,
one
no,
out.
don't. Oh, God.
But that's good because he's up to cool things. So we're happy for him. But there is something that I have to ask before the recap. We're doing a little bit out of order. And it's
Oh.
not coming up. Damn it.
I started chair dancing
Because
anyway.
I moved the stupid
Is that okay?
thing.
Oh.
All right. Well, did you guys spend your experience?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
yes,
no.
we did.
Oh, I did-
yes,
I
we
did
spent
my
our experience. No, no,
Okay. So yeah, that happened. Yeah. So what's
Oh,
up?
no.
no.
I didn't spend any because I'm saving, Aragorn. You'll be very proud.
I
Go for it,
got chicanery 4.
Oh, can I ask what chicanery for you is? Sorry, Liz, to interrupt you.
Oh, that-
Veiled
I didn't say anything.
Mind. It makes you choose something that everyone else forgets, and if you use extra realms, you can let certain people remember. So I could hide myself, but also add Fae to like let you guys see me.
Oh,
No
sweet.
one else. For example,
Or remember you?
or remember that I exist.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not invisibility.
Right. Yeah.
But like, if you
That's
leave the
veiled
room,
eyes.
then you can like
Yeah,
make
that's
them
veiled
forget
eyes.
that
That's
were ever there.
older, but yeah, veiled
It's
mind.
still really cool, though.
It's like you have control over the mists or some shit.
Yeah.
I
So
think
cool.
That's the idea, I guess. Eh?
I bought Politics 3. It seemed apropos.
Can I buy Politics 4 specialty foot in mouth? I'm kidding. Here we
Thank
are.
you, Aragorn.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
I guess Scooter's just a bad person.
No.
What else
Yep.
is new?
Oh no, there will be a bet. We're gonna do the recap first because
I would never.
today's
Good
bet is going to be directly related to it. We don't have a recap, so it's gonna be up to you three.
Oh, good God.
Okay.
What happened last session?
Does anyone want to start?
So you
I'm happy
guys
to.
started, right?
Yep.
I wasn't around. So Patches got hauled off somewhere else.
Yeah. We met the captain of the King's Guard, Lord Skane, who took us away from the scene of the crime with a chimerically dead Talus and a unenchanted High King David.
You toned me down slightly
Yeah,
now that
you're
I've
way up.
put
Oh,
this
yeah.
at the proper
Ooh.
location.
Oh, yeah, that would do it, eh?
Will
Yeah.
make a pretty big difference.
Hey ho, hey ho. In brief, that conversation involved us explaining what had happened with Talus. Lord Skane understood, accepted, decried himself as a failure because the King's Guard failed to protect the king. He explained to us what might happen in terms of the succession, although there's no real plan because High King David never set one. Also, it just kind of came up that Braum was like, yes, I killed King Melch, so I was charged with regicide. But Braum also retains control of Caliburn. English. Because it didn't want to be returned to anyone else. Yep, that's that moment.
Patches had been taken away. She was briefly taken into a room with a knocker who is the Grand Bestin's minister at the Parliament of Dreams. But after not too long, though there was talk about trying to spread the news to the Grand Bestin, but
spreading.
without letting it out, went and joined these folks. And started trying to awaken the High King.
We sure did. Went into his dreams. Did you mention that Talus was taken away by a Clericon and a Satyr?
No.
Members of the Unbroken Circle?
Correct.
He will be dealt with. It's not looking good for old Talus. So we went into High King David's dream, or David's dream. I got a text from Countess Weir?
Where?
Yeah. That said, Sophia, I know. Don't you dare become a plaque on the leg of Ozymandias. This is everything your fate has laid out for you. Be the traveler.
Oh.
Whoa, cryptic. And we were in David's dream, and he was basically just like, no, I want to stay dead because I haven't been able to see beauty or the dreaming in a long time. This is better for me. No, that was pretty depressing, but we went along with it. And he also said that he had made plans for his succession, and it was buried under a fountain. So we emerged from his dream and made plans to dig up a fountain.
Yep. Which we did.
And he also mentioned to me in the dream that I should make a tool for his daughter. So that's something that Patches has got in her mind.
Lenore. Yeah.
Yeah,
One of
Lenore.
the people that we're going to...
I mean, he said his daughter, but I assume
Right,
it's
right.
like
That's a
his
good point,
secret
actually.
daughter.
Secret daughter.
Secret
So we went.
He's not that secret.
Like another secret. Like a secreter daughter.
Went out to the fountain. Did some digging.
Mm-hmm.
found a letter, like a little parcel,
A leather bag, I
yeah,
think it was, yeah?
yeah.
Like a duffel bag. But
and they decided that we should call all of his heirs and important family members and insert appropriate political
yeah,
term
the
here.
four
And witnesses.
women who might succeed as Queen of Concordia.
Yeah.
Thanks for throwing in might.
Might.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah. So we made sure to keep it supervised overnight until everyone was present.
There's also
And-
one
yeah.
member of the Unbroken Circle. Seven.
Seven.
The Slua.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then we opened it. Specifically, Lord Skane had Sophia open it.
Yeah.
Now, why? I don't exactly know. But what did it say?
Probably got the wording wrong, but I, High King David ap Gwydion, nominate as regent and that who will decide upon the next High Queen of Concordia, she who has Mab ride on her shoulder.
Gasp.
And then we ended the session.
End of session. Mic drop.
Mic drop. Oh.
And I think we'll end the session here.
Great. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, let's make fun of how I end all the sessions.
that's-
Just do that.
That's what you say.
It's not like I don't have feelings.
It's what you say, though. It's factual.
It's not like I'm in Austin anymore and you can just shit all over me when I'm not here.
We've never done that.
How did he hear that we had the picture that we shall shit on?
Oof. Hi,
Oh, he didn't know.
I got really
I mean, I
drunk
do have
one
new
night.
headshots. They don't see it.
True.
But
You will soon.
catchphrase.
Good fruit. Shit on John.
Catchphrase.
Good fruit. No, that's not the
Folks.
catchphrase.
So we're gonna start the game.
Yes.
But, a couple of things to point out. The first is that as Captain Daff is not here and we need help with the drink counter, the Crosshair has been tossed a jade diclave. So he's holding on to that right now.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
I was like,
thank you for filling in again on that one. The second thing is that we do have.
that's how
And
it is with
the
crosshair.
the payout is increased because this one's difficult.
Okay.
So you can bet, you in the audience, bet your precious motes, which don't have any value at all. Who will Sophia choose to be the next High Queen? Your answers are no one this session, Morwen, Lenore, Fairlith, Mab, or someone else.
Ooh. Exclamation mark.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Exclamation mark
5.
bet.
Bet. Number.
The number
of
and the
motes.
number of motes that you want to bet. So let's throw that out there. You guys can go nuts, figure out
That's
exactly what you want to
fascinating.
do with that. I think that some people are going for the safe bet. The Crosshair are going for other. Throwing
I
that
think
down
that's
there.
fascinating.
I should point out that I trust Liz enough that she's not going to be influenced by the betting that's taking
That
place
would be
here.
truly terrible.
Especially because these motes don't have any value. So
He doesn't
I'll just
know.
fuck the whole game up.
Doesn't know about
Just
the black
because.
market.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, Pook bet 3, so we have
Ooh.
to choose what he chose. I don't even remember which one was 3 anymore.
Morgan,
So
Morwen, Fairlith.
Oh, Kung Fu Vendors, you're going to have to do that one more time.
yeah, you got to put a space in there.
Yes.
Why not Queen Braum? Why not Patches? Just for straight unranked to like the highest rank.
There.
Yay!
We'll give some votes to somebody who just tuned in. so that
Hooray!
they can get started.
Have fun
Stunted.
betting it all, Alexis Rose.
Stunted. My goodness. Good
Oh,
stuff.
Kung Fu Founder has changed his mind.
Or
I'm intrigued.
565, like, and then 5.
Oh, spaced out Lily, there's going to
0.
need to be no
Weird.
space between the exclamation mark and the bet. So you'll need to do that one more time.
There you
There
go.
you go. You got it.
Yes.
Yes.
She's in.
God, I'm fascinated.
Oh my god.
Are we ready?
Braum trying to be a drag queen? Anyway.
They can continue. Well, I mean, I leave
I
the
look great
betting
in
open.
heels. Not such a good walker, though.
I don't think you could even stand.
We ready?
Terrible.
Yes.
I used to hate changing the rules. I'd pick up a board game and I would read the rules backwards, forwards. I'd make sure that I knew every single little contingency. And of course, back then board games weren't that complicated, so it was a lot easier to do. You don't end up with instruction booklets or instruction books like you get now with some games. Heaven help you if you pick up Gloomhaven. But I used to think that the rules existed for a reason, that they were designed for maximum enjoyment. Nowhere was this more true than the game of Monopoly. Fight me on this one, Neale. But there comes a time, especially if you start budding slightly as a designer, where you start wondering whether you could do better, whether you can make the rules. And of course, it is one of the golden rules in gaming that if a rule doesn't work for your game, change it, ignore it. Do whatever you need to make sure that the game is fun for you. So what happens when you let the players make the rules? Now, of course, I'm not letting the players make the rules for the overall game. But I've put the key in their hands to change something fundamental about the entire universe of Changeling. It's right there. In their hands. Or more specifically, it might be a part of their group, but only one of them is allowed to actually turn that key in the lock. They're not happy.
Mm-hmm.
They really aren't happy. For those of you who may be unfamiliar with the politics of Changeling, let me tell you what just occurred. The High King has designed a particular plan. He has put the decision into the hands of somebody who got their knighthood off the back of a flighty countess who happens to just really like the harp. B, she's been described as, not by name, but simply by who rides on her shoulder. And C, that this person is of House Liam, a house that is known to not necessarily have the strongest of words or bonds because of the nature of the house's progenitor. Seven's eyes widen and he sits back in his chair, and there's the distinct impression that he's keeping as calm a demeanor as possible, but there are lights dancing behind his eyes. Skane looks like he would almost drop his pike if he could, but he does not. But Lenore, Morwen, Mab, Fairlith look about in confusion, especially because Mab looks down and just, I'm not riding on anyone. But no one seems happy, except for maybe Seven. I don't know, maybe the three of you. I don't
No,
want
I
to tell you.
am keeping my eye on everyone in the room to make sure no one's making a move.
Patches just has her gun.
There will be no problems.
Oh my god.
The first High King was decided with a sword. The first High Queen's decided with a gun.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Queen
Why?
Patches.
Yay!
What?
App, who
No.
the fuck
8
cares?
dead bodies. App, who the fuck?
Patches App Chambers.
House Chambers?
Chambers.
It's not. Sounds pretty sweet. I don't know. I'm into it. You know, I'm not going to step out of place, but I will speak up. Oh shit! I don't have my notes. It's fine. If I may, Your Highnesses, and there was another title too.
Majesty.
Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Mab is a queen.
Yeah.
Fairlith is still considered
It's like essentially a queen.
a queen. Although she's fallen out of Majesty and is now a Highness. Lenore is definitely still a Highness. And Morwen is not.
Really? Like not even? Well, by association or something. Well, okay, no, you're right. Like
She's a
the title.
Highness.
Okay. Oh,
Like,
okay. Yeah.
by
I see.
title.
Your Highnesses, Your
But
Majesty.
she doesn't actually hold any official hold on the throne.
Your Majesty, Your Highnesses, I do not wish to speak out of place, but the mab to which the instructions refer is Lady Sophia's chimerical companion. And I believe that these words refer directly to Lady Sophia. And I'm going to swallow the aptlium. I'm not going to say it.
Skane just looks at you and he has this kind of questioning feeling about him. And then Seven raises his finger. I don't mean to be injecting myself in your procedures. But is that not a little bit too convenient? The name of your pet happens to be referenced by the High King?
What are you implying?
Well, why did you name your pet after one of the four in this room?
I did not know my pet would be named after one of the four in this room when I named my pet.
I mean absolutely no disrespect.
And yet it's all over your face.
I believe perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I think you're very right.
Sophia is a sass-o-matic right off the
I'll hold
bat.
my peace for now.
Thank you.
And he just shrinks back in his chair, but he still has the same kind of light in his eyes. There's something intensely amusing about all of this to him. You can roll empathy if you really want to find out what the hell's going
Oh,
on.
sure. Why not?
I know that you are particularly proud of that pool.
It's
I do like that pool.
a really
it's
good
a nice pool.
Doesn't have
Okay.
anything to do with desires. Does have to do with insightful, though.
Excellent. I let you know. You know my specialties now. So what? Do. That's 3 successes.
He finds this intensely amusing because he knows that the four of them don't know who Mab is and anticipates that they're going to be pissed off when they find out.
Well, what are we gonna do?
But he isn't particularly mirthful because it's you. He's mirthful because they don't know yet and it will hit them like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
There are those of House Gwydion present here. You can verify the veracity of everything we have said and done. We are as shocked by the contents of this letter as you all are. The awkwardness of it being Sophia to read the proclamation is not lost on us. What do we do now?
We arrived today. Needless to say, this day has not gone as planned. You can all attest to the fact that this was not tampered with. This has not left any of your sight since it was unearthed, correct?
Skane
I looked at
draws
Skane.
his shoulders back. I swear to its veracity. Nothing has been done other than it being unearthed.
Thank you.
Same.
It is the High King's hand.
I don't wish to call the last wishes of the High King David absurd. But this is absurd.
So
And I'm the one with no.
Yay. Etiquette?
Right? And I just
Etiquette?
upped my etiquette and my politics.
Yep.
Well,
Skane, at this point, just looks at you incredulously. Lenore slowly nods.
Excellent.
Morwen looks horrified. Mab looks cross. And Fairlith just seems upset.
Great. Wonderful. Absurd or no, it's time we were all on the same page. This is Mab.
The lizard that
classic.
rides
Mab.
on the lizard that rides on Sophia's shoulders, who also somehow manages to metamorphosize into a harp, just basks in the moment where she is rightfully so the spotlight.
What a dude.
I have no idea how His Majesty could know of her existence when he wrote this. I'm at a loss to understand how this could have happened. I'd never laid eyes on him before today.
Morwen narrows her eyes. Morwen being King David's oath sister, his fellow housemate, the Gwydion among them. So which one of them put it up? Which one of them is working with you in order to twist the will of David Ardry?
As I said, you can verify anything that we have said, anything anyone here has said or done. You can throw us into investigation rooms. You can do whatever you feel is necessary. I understand the absolute uniqueness of this scenario, but we are telling the truth.
Your Highness, you yourself are House Gwydion.
Then I want to hear you say it. Say that none of the contenders for the throne have approached you.
None of the contenders for the throne have approached me.
Oh God, botch it.
Once more for the cheap seats in the back.
Yay! Once more for the...
She looks pacified by this.
Oh, good.
Pardon me, Miss Chambers, but do not be so quick to yield all of your rights.
Oh, I assume they'll be taken from me if I try to resist. I am nobody here.
No. There's at least one here who'll fight for them. I was asked to be here because, of course, it would seem that a Dantean among us is responsible. Clearly, it is a failure on many of us that this occurred. But I will not see these three who have been thrown into this by destiny or fate suffer as a result.
We came here to help His Majesty. He was under attack from many directions. We arrived too late. I walked in his dreams, and he told us he didn't want to come back. And he was finally free. and hadn't been for a long time. He told us of the location of this, and that's it.
He left me with a brief creation task, but that is of no matter to this room at large.
Dot.
Quite a
At
large room. Are we outside or are we inside right now? I can't
You're
remember.
inside. You're inside the
That-
antechamber.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
With David's body, I think, is still there.
Oh, great.
Lying in state, kind of, right? Like, not in state.
I
but
thought
you
it
know.
crumbled to ash.
He did.
No, we talked about this.
It's bones.
Oh no! Right.
It's not bones.
It was
right.
just bones.
Right.
Bones, I've got
We
an
all
injured
have
crewman.
that mental image and stuff.
I just
Yeah.
imagine like a pile of bones.
Yeah.
With like a grinning skull on top.
Oh.
It's like-
I mean, he
Okay, right.
he is, in a respectful state.
yeah.
He's not like
But he did. It's like rigor mortis setting in. He's like, oh, okay.
he's just got that horrified look that passes on all of our faces as we greet death.
Oh my god.
Can we at least close his eyes? No, this is what the High King would have wanted. Yeah, okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No
Anyway.
respect for the dead.
One way or another, I will announce this to the rest of the kingdom. I'm giving you 2 hours before I make this public
What would you announce?
that a regent has been appointed.
Can you give us one day?
Of course, Your Highness.
Oh shit. Oh. I start to look like Mab. I just like preen a little bit.
I'm actually
Oh,
going to have you
shit.
roll your intelligence politics here.
Oh boy.
John, can I also
Yes.
simultaneously, I don't know what kind of role this would be.
Intelligence politics or intelligence etiquette, you can choose.
Seven seemed to be
It's
leaning
now the
pretty
same.
heavily on this group of like high peoples based on authority with the Unbroken Circle. Do I know what kind of authority the Unbroken
That's
Circle
an
would have?
intelligence politics roll.
Cool.
2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
You are a regent. As a regent, you currently hold the title of highness, but as soon as you discharge your duty, you lose the title.
Interesting.
You are not going to be a highness forever. You will go back to being a knight.
Unless
I should also point out that if you choose no one, then you will be seen in default, and that could go very ill for you.
Yes.
You actually hold a certain amount of power, but you also hold the fact that if anybody decides at some point that you're not being fair or that you are abusing your power, they can not only strip you of it, they can make you pay for it. So you're in kind of a cool position and also a dangerous one.
2 successes.
2 successes. The Unbroken Circle is seen as a very important group. It's sort of like the Red Branch in that people know of it. The Unbroken Circle's membership is mostly it's an open secret.
Okay.
In that like they don't very closely guard it, but they don't generally announce their numbers because it makes it harder for Dantain to act directly on the circle itself.
Right.
The fact that Seven is speaking like this openly either means that he's very brave or that he's a bigger deal among people who know of his accomplishments and may not be in a position to talk about them.
Interesting. Okay, so he's got almost like a secret language going with these people, possibly.
Or secret influence.
Secret influence. Cool.
Or he's just ballsy as fuck.
Which he seems to be pretty
Could I
ballsy.
roll for ballsy as fuck?
Yes.
+5. You have ovaries.
Ovaries are way more powerful than balls.
Actually, that was a great joke roll. I'm sorry I wasted
Oh,
it.
you wasted it on.
Damn it.
It should be pointed out that very specifically, you've been asked to appoint a new High Queen,
It's true.
not a new High
Braum.
X.
Gotcha.
All right.
Braum.
I wouldn't
Either
want this.
Ruler. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, we can give you pigtails.
Just want a little home by the sea.
I apologize for the awkwardness and for being the cause of it. However, I want you to know that I do not take this responsibility lightly. For whatever reason I was named, I would love to discover what this reason was. We don't have a lot of time. I do not think this is something that should be decided now. That would be a decision made in haste. I think we should all get some rest. I, for one, will sleep by the balefire tonight.
The ovaries are in full effect, I see.
Good.
Very well. However, you do have another duty that you must attend to. You are to preside over the trial of Sir Braum ap Gwydion.
Thank you.
In trials, would they have someone represent them, like lawyers?
Ah, so in Fey Court, in other words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, not Fey Courts like Sealy and Unsealy, but Fey Court like Chung Chung.
Like the court
Yes.
of law.
They could potentially have assistance along those lines, but it also depends on what kind of a trial it's going to be. You do still live in a society where there's modern day. Well, of course, he needs to, be judged by a jury of his peers, and he should have representation, and he's got constitutional guarantees because you're currently in the United States. And there's some people who are like, trial by combat sounds good, or a faerie, which would be
Trial by
trial
combat sounds
by
awesome.
trial.
Right.
Oh, like a challenge.
Difficult.
of
You'd be
some
sent
kind.
on a quest, and if you fail to
Hercules.
complete it, then it means the dreaming thinks you're guilty.
Oh, that's a great idea. Braum, go get me a sangria. You're on a
Dream
quest.
sangria.
Sophia.
I assume. Sophia.
Wait. Where's
Yeah.
that load?
God damn it. Stay in my pocket, you silly thing. Of course, that will be done tomorrow. You have my word that Braum will not try to flee.
We already have his word, Your Highness.
It's probably worth more, let's be honest.
You're talking out loud again, Lady
Shit,
Sophia.
sorry.
Fairlith looks up and then looks at Braum. And who's he accused of killing? Fairlith, of course, being the ward of...
King Melch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Skane immediately...
We're all just like,
Skane immediately walks over to Fairlith's side and takes her by the elbow and just ushers her so that she's closer to the door of the antechamber. No, I want to know. What could be so important? Who could have died that overshadows my husband? My true heart.
Your Highness, I will be standing trial for the death of King Melch, the King of Willows.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
trial by combat. Then
I
there's
need
one less to choose
all
from.
of you to roll willpower.
okay.
Difficulty is 9.
Is that my standard willpower?
It is the number of dots, not the points
good.
that you currently have. It's the dots.
Much better.
That's filthy.
I'm gonna
This is filthy.
I'm gonna
what's
spend a
happening
willpower.
right now.
I'm not a nice GM.
Yay!
Difficulty is
9.
9. Oh. Patches stand strong.
Wow.
Barely. Wow. Okay, so it's Braum that's like, huh.
Her sheer fury and anger just radiates from her as she draws herself up to her full height. She's not terribly tall for a she, so she's kind of an average woman's height. As she just keens for the loss of her father, now alongside the loss of her true heart. And there's a moment where that rests entirely upon you, Braum. Her attention focused and fixated and weighing down. The fury of a she is already an awesome sight to behold. The fury of a queen is now directed at you.
Tomorrow during trial, Braum will explain his reasons for why this occurred. Anyone who wishes to be in attendance is welcome. But it will be tomorrow, after everyone's had a good night's rest.
Was it not enough? Did you have to destroy me twice?
It will be dealt with at the trial. If he speaks now, in response to your understandable emotion, it will cloud the judgment.
Mab looks up.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Simply because one of you has been elevated to a position that she did not expect does not give you the right to address a queen in such a fashion.
I should not speak. You are correct.
Just think fate.
But you are correct. Ladies, I am in no way appreciative of what has occurred. I feel, to a certain degree, betrayed. But David's decision was his to make. He's made it. It's written down. It has been confirmed. The knocker is correct. We have hours to go before we progress. And we won't do any good if we all just stand here and snipe at each other. The fate of Concordia is in her hands. Lenore crosses her arms and says nothing.
Your Highnesses, Your Majesties, it is my wish to meet with each of you tomorrow at a time that is convenient for you. The trial will take place tomorrow as well. I can only encourage everybody to now get some rest. And I'll see you in the morning.
I mean, it's like 11 a.m.
What?
Yeah. 'Cause
How? We stayed up
slept the night.
overnight.
Oh, we did
We
stay
waited
overnight.
for them to all arrive the next day.
Oh, I thought this was all the same day.
No.
Oh, there goes everything I said up to this point.
Well, they
could
traveled
still be
overnight.
tomorrow.
They only just arrived today,
No,
right?
I wanted to sleep by the balefire.
Yeah,
You still
so
can.
you have to wait because you couldn't last night.
So I just
'cause-
have to. Ah, balls.
Good,
Okay.
should eat them all today.
You've asked for a day. They've said that you can have a day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. All right.
Oh.
Scratch all that I just said, I guess. I'm going to have lunch. The trial will take place in the afternoon,
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay.
and I will meet with you all in the evening.
Your Highness, it would be inappropriate of you to maintain contact with your Oath Circle until the trial is completed.
Very well.
We shall sequester him.
Anything you need before you are separated? Anything we can take from you off your hands?
I try to give Patches Caliburn.
Oh yeah, that we
Are
should
we
mention.
doing the fucking hammer of like redeeming the Mjolnir thing?
No, I'm sorry. I don't actually. No, it was entrusted to me. I can't give it to Patches. That would be.
Do you try to give Caliburn to Patches?
I do want to present. Whisper was
don't
was
drop
given
it.
to me. No, it was
You're
returned
s-
to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
Whisper was
Was.
returned to you.
No, it was quote. If you're armed, you may as well have two
Yep.
swords,
Yeah.
not arms. I mean, yes, but that okay.
You may as well have two arms.
I'm going to ask you again. Do you try to give Caliburn to Patches?
No.
Caliburn being the
pretty
sword
funny.
of the High King that has fallen into his possession.
Here, hold this for me.
So you are not surrendering Caliburn. Do you display the fact that you are carrying Caliburn?
Probably a bad idea. I'm gonna go with no.
All right.
So I just respectfully nod to Patches.
Is that the
No,
sword
I'm
of the
fine,
High
thank
King
you.
in your pocket, or?
Shut.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
It's me on the Aliburn.
oh, sorry. Shit, I'm so new to this politics.
doesn't mean you're fucking high. Don't do this.
Anything you need from us before we are separated?
You will follow Clarissa. She will take
Thank you.
to a place where you will be held until your trial. If you require somebody to act as your second or as your counsel, you may name it at any point between now and when you stand before Her Highness. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand these terms.
Clarissa, remember that he is still, at this time, a knight of House Gwydion, and will be treated as such.
She backhands you across the face.
Ow.
Oh my god.
Go.
Bye, Braum.
Clarissa steps forward
Sorry, I'm
and
gonna have to execute you
allows you
tomorrow.
the dignity
What?
to
Whoa.
not be like held or guided as she starts walking with you out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Fairlith looks at you as
Oh.
if perhaps looks could kill, and maybe they can.
Ew.
Lenore looks after you with a certain amount of questioning, Lenore being the Dougal. Mab, the Fiona, looks at you almost impassively, and Morwen follows you out.
Well,
Us Gwydions gotta stick together.
he's murdered before the trial.
I mean, I sure hope she's not hoping to get anything out of me.
Maybe,
Yeah.
look, just have a trial by combat, all right? You can get rid of one of the competitors for the throne. That's an easier choice for me.
For
What?
my second, I name Cog of Cross the Shadow.
Fly him in, I guess.
So
oh, okay.
Um,
Oh, guys. So many drink counters. It's 4 drinks already.
Yep.
Patches, what are you doing?
Waiting for people to order me around.
Trying not to get yelled at.
Yeah, it's like I should be quiet, but I was like, don't stick your foot in your mouth. Don't make yourself.
Don't do it, bro.
Don't ruin your trial before it starts.
That's good.
Yay.
Someone to roll me around.
Or
Someone else.
until I somehow sense that it's appropriate for me to be able to leave surrounded by all these majesties and highnesses.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy.
I'm just like, why is Sophia royalty now?
So much politics.
Hello. Be the royalty you want to see in the world. And yourself. Oh, shit.
There it is.
It's the new royal wave. Oh yeah, the Mr. Bean. Anyway, sorry guys.
When Morwen leaves, it's as if she's broken the ice. And eventually, Mab and Lenore leave, although they rest their hands on the makeshift bier that David is lying on. Fairlith doesn't seem like she wants to leave. She remains. So currently remaining, Skane, 7, Fairlith, and the 2 of you.
I guess I'll go up to Skane in a way, try to imply that I have a question for him, not for the room at large. Yes.
What do you smell like?
Ugh.
Cigarettes.
No. Go ahead.
Cigarettes. Fuck you.
Cigarettes, coffee. I don't know, like it's
Yeah,
boring. It's been stressful.
Sure.
I'm Patches.
Sir Skane, is he?
Yes.
As, have
Skane.
people
Lord
referred to him?
Skane.
Lord Skane? Great. I assume someone else has referred to him appropriately.
Oh, probably.
I will mentally note it. Lord Skane. The High King tasked me with making something for his daughter, who I understand is Lenore. If there's a way to arrange a meeting with her, hopefully with someone that can help me not insult her, that would be great.
I'll speak with her ladies in waiting for you.
Thank you. I'm going to return to my quarters. And I'm literally going to back out of the room so that I'm not like turning my back on any of the royalty.
Is this what you do? I don't know.
Roll me your etiquette. Oh wait, you can't.
Oh.
I can.
You don't. You can't.
Yeah, but just with
Just
one.
straight etiquette?
It would be charisma etiquette, and you don't have any
No
etiquette,
dice.
which means you lose a die from your pool, which means you
Aw.
can't roll it. You literally can't.
Can you
Yep.
spend a point of willpower?
No.
I don't think you
She can't make
roll
the
it.
roll.
Damn.
She can't will herself to know that she should do something any better.
Exactly, which is why I'm like, you're not supposed
So
to
you
turn your back
leave.
on
You
royalty.
fail to bow to any of the queens
Yep.
present. You just straight up leave without asking for permission to withdraw.
Yep.
Yeah, she's just gone.
Patches. Oh
I'm
my
down.
God.
Works for me. Borf wouldn't know what to do. He would. He would. I know. Just shake around.
Etiquette.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start to leave too, but I mean, how does one highness say goodbye to another highness? Highness?
Really
No
carefully.
majesty.
Yeah, you actually don't need to show deference to her.
I know, but I kind of want to do like a kind of like bruh sort of moment.
Yeah, she was like, bro, but
She looks
pictured,
up.
like holding up 2 bras or something.
How long did you know?
About King Melch. When did it happen?
I don't have
Couple
any
of
game
weeks
date, but
ago.
it was a couple weeks.
It was over a month.
Really?
Yeah.
The time we actually killed him.
Yeah.
We're not sure.
Yeah, because we were pretty badly
Destroying
wounded.
the mask? That
Yeah.
was like a week ago.
Okay.
Destroying the guy who may or may not have been King Melch.
But this is the thing we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
was when I came back with Fala, but like I
saying
don't remember.
completely truthfully,
Yeah.
I don't know. Because we didn't know who was the man behind the mask. The mask itself was destroyed along with the man wearing it a week ago. A few months ago, another man wearing the mask was destroyed. We still don't know for sure who it was. But the mask is gone.
I appreciate your honesty.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
And she turns around and she leaves. Give me a perception empathy roll.
Cool.
That now leaves the two of you, Skane, and a dead body.
All right.
May not have been exactly a week, but it's been a few days at least.
Well, that was pretty bad. So that is no successes, unfortunately.
She is inscrutable.
Fair enough.
Ooh. I am. Yeah, no, I've left. I'm following Clarissa.
Clarissa takes you to some of the king's guests' private quarters, which are well appointed but not elaborate. You'll remain here. We'll call for you when it's time. Should you have any questions or should you have any requests, I will be right outside. Have you decided upon a second or a council?
I believe so, but I require more time to think on it.
Of course. And she steps outside.
I guess I'm gonna go look out the window, man.
Jump up and down on the bed.
Yeah.
Like pull a Home Alone.
8-foot tall troll destroys room. No, I'm gonna look out the window and I'm gonna weigh my options in terms of councils and seconds.
And suicide.
And yeah, throw myself.
Roll me,
Starts rolling up the
Fall
second.
on
your
Caliburn.
etiquette, please. Your intelligence etiquette. Difficulty is 6.
Thank you.
5, actually. We'll make it 5.
Very kind. 2 successes.
If you name a second and you are found guilty and you attempt to fight your way out of it, your second can potentially help you, but then will be tarnished with the same crime. If your second can also fight for you alone, in which case they're just basically assuming the weight of it, and then however they do, that will be your fate.
Yeah.
Council is just there to help you. But it depends on what kind of trial you get.
That's
I'm just gonna flip a coin.
it's all up
honestly,
to
so.
Lady Sophia, and I look up and
That's
away.
your
What
highness,
Sophia?
your
Your
majesty to me.
Regent Sophia.
WWSD.
How?
I'm going to insult so many people.
Yay!
Hello, my baby.
As you back out of the room, that same member of parliament, the representative from the Grand Best Inn, is out there waiting for you.
Hi.
Hi. This is just a projection. I'm not actually there.
That's pretty cool.
I know. Don't you'll mess it up.
Sorry.
But you do like put your hand through and it's just like glitches
Yeah, it was just
around
like
your hand.
literally a finger like through the arm or something. What's up?
I should ask you the same question. You've been in there for a long time. What's going on?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to disclose.
You can speak between just us.
I think I insulted a lot of important people.
Good. Fuck them.
Yeah, I just don't want them to fuck me up.
You're under my protection. Don't worry.
Evil. I'm
I don't
getting
trust
evil
this. I don't trust
vibes.
this madam for a goddamn second.
Perception. How many dice am I removing?
Perception. You're trying to figure out her motives.
Yeah, like what's going on?
Subterfuge.
Like subterfuge. Oh, never mind. Adding dice.
I'm
Oh,
very
that's
good
good.
at lying.
Whoa.
very good at lies.
I've been known to lie. Okay.
2 successes.
Well done.
She means it. You're under her protection. But
her protection's
she
shit.
has some. There's definitely something in it for her.
I think I'd be more comfortable speaking to you about this somewhere that isn't a hallway. Maybe. in
Can you
person.
leave the tower?
I haven't been told that I can't.
You actually were last
Oh.
session.
We got locked
Oh.
up.
You're
Oh.
in. No one else
Okay.
gets in. That's why she's a projection right now and not an actual person.
No.
She's probably not supposed to be doing this.
No.
Listen, I understand. Okay, right now you're in a pit of snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Frickin' snakes. And all they want to do
start
is
walking
just.
down the hall and see if she can walk with me.
She just floats.
Okay, that's fine. As long as she can follow
Badass.
me. I'm like trying to get away from the door to the room with all the important people in it.
Hello.
And all of them are interested in getting to a point who gets to wear a fancy hat.
Exactly.
Now, you, on the other hand, you're above all this, aren't you?
Yeah.
You need to just get back to your workshop, continue
Yeah.
to do what you do best.
Yeah.
So it's unfair that they're holding you.
It's totally fair. I'm nobody, and I'm technically a circle with 2 people that are really implicated in all of this nonsense.
Well, I could see if I could help all 3 of you.
Sophia needs no help, and Braum gets to choose his own help.
Well, leave it to me. I'll see what I can do out here to protect you. Just let me know one thing. What's going on that's so important in there?
Why are you helping me?
Because I protect knocker interests. I'm the Bamako around here.
But why me? There are a lot of knockers.
Because right now you're a very special knocker.
Look,
And a knocker needs a knocker.
people are trying to decide what's happening next. I'm sure there are complex political systems that I know nothing about. I don't want to know anything about. Like, if I understood what the fuck was gonna happen, believe me, I would at least.
You do know, of course, that if you do end up helping the Grand Bestin, that does mean that there are certain advantages that can be pushed your way.
Yeah. Look,
Bureaucracy and
Seems
red
like
tape are such a pain.
shit's gonna be better figured out this evening. There's a bunch of meetings happening tonight.
I'm going to test them to see what their favorite kind of tea is.
That's who'll be picked.
The one who chooses the one that most pleases
right.
me will be the new
No,
high
the,
queen.
look.
the most
Jeez.
ugly,
Keep
like
me
the most
informed.
mundane.
I'll see what we can do.
What do you know so far?
We know the High King is dead.
Cool.
We know that someone
Not cool.
is going to be appointed a regent to select the new one.
Yeah, they're
We don't know
announcing that
who.
tomorrow.
Oh, so they're announcing it tomorrow.
That's what I heard.
Well, then you have more information than I do.
Great. So that's why I asked what you knew. So they're
What else
announcing
do you know?
the regent tomorrow, and there's a bunch of meetings tonight, assumingly to figure that shit out. And
Manipulation subterfuge. She's
Damn, knocker. Some shady knocker politics going here. I like it.
Shady. One success.
well, one success. Well, listen. If anything else does come up, please let me know. I'm so very interested to find out. And her image winks out. Erwin, Knocker, according to Kithbook Knocker, is just used as a term to show sort of like the a very important knocker.
Axio Kitbook Knocker.
It stands for kick-ass knocker.
Uh,
So
yeah,
it's
That
I'm telling you this in that it's not like it must be Zister who's just modified his
disguise.
appearance
Yeah.
and in
Yeah.
disguise. No, it is an actual term that knockers use.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool, Aragorn.
It would have been cool.
Yeah.
I'm not that cool apparently.
Aw.
Da-na-na.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Doesn't work.
Sorry, I
Yes.
forgot there is someone else left in the room. Seven. is still
Seven,
there.
which is great because as I go to leave, does Seven have a title? Seven is just Seven the Slua? Or is it Sir Seven?
Seven hasn't announced any title, but they were treating him as if he might have had something.
If I were to guess, if I were to call him Sir Seven, if I was wrong, that would be a bad thing, wouldn't it?
It would be a mistake. It wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
Is
It'd
there-
be the equivalent of me calling you, Beth, why don't you come over here for a second? You see, like it's
Mrs.
like
Neale.
so it's a bit uncomfortable, but it's not like
Is there like
the
a
end of the
best
world.
a way to refer to somebody if you don't know their title? I
You
mean,
would say their name. If they didn't introduce them with their title, then
Fair
that's
enough.
it's on them, not on you.
Seven, if you're not otherwise engaged, could I invite you to have lunch with me?
It would be a most distinct honor, of course. I would be happy to. Come knock on our door. We've been waiting for you.
All right. So how would I get some tasty lunch? Do I get like a fancy
Perhaps
meal?
Your Highness would appreciate eating not in the presence of the recently deceased.
I'm on my way out the door. All right. So
Sophia.
I do know where we could potentially find something if you would just accompany me for a second.
all right. I'm gonna go to follow.
So he takes you upstairs and then takes you into a small little breakfast nook. It's the best way to describe it. It's not really like supposed to be a it's not really like a breakfast nook itself, but like it's a table, a couple of chairs close to a window, but it's relatively secluded.
All right. I will have a seat.
He pulls the chair out for you and then
Oh, fabulous.
allows you in, pours you some water or wine at your leisure from...
I guess it is 11 a.m., so it'll be... It's water for now.
There was a pause. There was a pause.
I do have a trial that I must...
pours you some water.
proceed over.
And then he picks up a small bell and rings it once. One of those like clapper bells. And then just puts it down. Lunch will be served in approximately 10 minutes.
Excellent. Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
At this point in time, Your Highness, I believe that you can do anything you wish.
I can still show you courtesy, can't I?
Of course. But as long as the world is your oyster, I'm very happy to oblige.
Tell me honestly, what do you make of all this?
If things were going to be simple, King David would have simply named a successor already and be done with it. Clearly, he was either unwilling or unable to do so, and has, for better or for worse, passed the buck on to you.
Do you have any theories as to why he would give such a responsibility to somebody he had never met?
Somebody probably put him up to it. Perhaps in his dreams. You are an oneiromancer. It was a way to reach him, away from prying eyes.
A novice oneiromancer needs to be in the presence of the dreamer when they walk in their dreams for the first time.
Is Taranar a place for novices?
So your theory is that perhaps a master oneiromancer presented this idea to him.
It's a possibility.
It is.
I'm so pleased to see our motley both diligently taking notes.
Thanks, Motley.
You're welcome.
Catchphrase.
Motley.
What I have to wonder is if
Oh, I'm not making a
this
note for her.
oneiromancer, if they should exist, thought they were doing me and my Motley a favor
No.
or leading us into a trap.
I'll be very honest with you. Those who would have done this probably would be looking out for interests beyond simply those of 3 fae from a city far north of here. It isn't that you aren't lovely, but simply that you're not nearly, if you'll pardon the word, important enough to be given such an honor, unless there was a good reason for it. It's possible that you were selected simply because they thought you could be impartial.
Surely they could find somebody who is more important, perhaps not from House Liam, who could also be impartial.
Do you believe in fate?
I'm starting to.
The weft and weave of Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then it isn't possible that you are simply just the unluckiest harp player in Concordia.
No, I'm convinced there's a reason why I'm here.
Then who have you been associating with recently? The reason I know of you is because of another member of our little band. But the Unbroken Circle does
From
not
Park.
play such politics. To be honest, I'm here for much the same reason that I suspect you are. An impartial observer with a certain amount of pull.
We came here to help the High King. We didn't
And-
come here with any ulterior motives.
You did help the High King. You are helping the High King. Of course, you are executing his wishes after his demise, but his demise was imminent. I'm not convinced there was anything you could do.
Especially not with a Dantain feeding off of him.
No. To be very honest, there's going to be a massive scandal erupting around all this. After all, the Unbroken Circle failed to protect the High King. The King's own guard failed to protect the High King. Everyone around him failed.
I won't deny that.
And it is only because you arrived when you did that his wishes are being given the opportunity to be made heard. So, while you may not have rescued his life, you may have rescued his legacy. We may have never known that a Dantain was going after him if it weren't for you three. 5.
Oh yeah, where are those guys?
They would have been in the room. Shit.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Hey guys, what's
Hey.
shaking?
Claude and
They've
Kyoko
gone off
are
to chill
permitted?
with Patches. We'll get to them in a second.
Oh
They were
great.
permitted to be there. And
They're
witness
eating
all of
pizza.
that?
with
Kyoko
Patches.
probably did that whole, like, no, with her hand towards Braum. Anyway.
Yeah, they accompanied us in.
I was just writing down, like, where do we leave them? Are they sequestered? Okay.
Just sitting on couches like,
This trial this afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak of the particulars of it. But up to this point, how are trials typically conducted here?
I would not presume upon your highness to give you counsel without being asked. But unfortunately, the way that you conduct yourself in this trial will be instrumental in determining whether anyone is going to trust your decision for who will succeed David. And if there isn't absolute trust in that decision, we will approach civil war. If he is indeed guilty, and believe me, I am not convinced that he is, you have to make a choice between your oathmate and Concordia itself. Patches.
Shink, 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 shink.
sorry, dude.
Sorry, Braum.
What's a little curse, right? You get 2 botches if you betray me.
Shortly after you leave, Claude and Kyoko find you.
Cool.
Hey.
I would like to send a text to Zister. In a twist of events that should surprise nobody, shit hit the fan, and we were right in the eye of said shitstorm. Alive and well enough. Braum's, of course, at the ledge of death by foot and mouth disease, but again, standard fuckery.
Yes.
It's a pretty sweet text, man. If I got that text, I'd be like, oh.
Basically, we won't be home for a few days, but don't worry. Same shit, different day. That being said,
It would seem that the lady is a bit more closer to heaven than I first anticipated.
Lady, your highness, isn't she like a temporary pseudo queen now? Do I have to like bow and kiss her feet or something?
Technically, you are always supposed to bow to her, but at this point, for about a day or now, you wouldn't have to do so. You're a member of a motley. It would be unseemly for you to do so.
Fuck. So, what are your thoughts? How do we save Braum from himself? How do we not get murdered out of, just being placed into the wrong place at the wrong time?
You're asking me for my opinion on this?
Yeah. Same to you, Kyoko. I know you're concerned about Braum.
Well, I will tell you that it is going to be difficult. Braum did kill Melch. It is undeniable. He's copying a self-defense plea.
Yes, and it's a true one.
But there's a difference between self-defense and how you say for the good of civilization.
I mean, both can be true. You can have killed yourself, right? Killed someone in self-defense, and it conveniently have been good for civilization.
Is a Red Branch Knight. And as a Red Branch Knight, he is responsible for promoting good across these fine lands. And if King Melge was acting in such a way that it threatened that good, then of course that could also be defense. But it is difficult to say one thing and then mean another.
Yeah, I don't know whether certain royalty present will be pleased with an accusation that Melge was bad for all of society.
Fairlith is just one person.
Yeah?
Shit.
I don't know.
I'm not altogether worried. And Kyoko just leans against the wall,
I'm gonna go
crosses
sit
her
next to her.
arms. Do you know qualities I find very attractive in a person? There's about 712. One of them is resilience.
Huh. I was gonna say dishonesty and soft-skinned, short stature.
Patches, if you're interested, I would absolutely be interested. The only problem is that we're in a position where, well,
I have the opposite of you.
Braum is
That's a good point.
currently locked away in a dungeon somewhere. It would be very inappropriate of me to start expressing freedom.
Yes, it's true. Alas.
Freedom of what?
You don't have to sound quite so disappointed.
Oh, it's okay.
Much as the one-hit wonder Chumbawamba would say, he does get knocked down, but he gets up again.
Yes. Time and time again. What can we do to be useful, productive, anything but people trapped in a tower?
We're going to be called as witnesses.
I guess that's not going to be long from now.
And for all I know, he may decide to use one of us as counsel. However, I choose to believe that he is intelligent, and so we will escape that fate. Do you believe that what he did was correct?
Yeah?
Do you believe that you assisted him in doing this?
I guess. Yeah.
Sophia is going to have to rule, but she'll also have to rule somewhat against herself. And the only reason why anybody is getting away with it is because they don't know she was involved. At the same time, she wasn't involved when certain people were killed. Only when a mask was destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you weren't there. You were in another room.
I was preventing the death of every single member of Home Fires from a bomb.
Exactly. You were doing something important, but you weren't there in the room. So that somewhat absolves you of immediate guilt.
There's a reason I'm not thrown in detention as well. The other reason is that I actually have slept with every single other person here in this entire tower.
It's a good way to cover your bases. Alas, I'm not that flexible.
Flexibility has nothing to do with it. I starfished for every last one of them.
Oh, God.
It's only people that I like who get to see the real me.
Of course.
Filthy.
Starfish, really.
Filthy.
I feel like...
I feel like I shouldn't be here for this conversation.
Oh, come on, Claude. I'm sure it's nothing you haven't heard before.
There's a reason my nickname around here is Patrick.
Good thing more people don't use it. They might get confused hearing at a distance and think they're calling for you when they were actually calling for me, or vice versa.
Patches, I'll be honest with you. You are in a unique position here. You are the only commoner currently in this tower.
Don't I know it?
Unfortunately, this does place a certain amount of burden upon you, whether you wanted it or not. So, perhaps the correct question to be asking is, how can we support you?
What do I call people? I'm supposed to meet with Lenore at some point. Do I call her Lady Lenore, Highness Lenore, Majesty Lenore?
I will teach you.
Thank you.
No, I will teach you. She's going to help, but I'm going to be the one to teach you because, frankly, she'll probably tell you something. We don't actually know if it's the truth or not, but I will know. So, let's come back to a certain chamber and we'll go over it.
For Lenore and also for the trial, because I want to be able to explain things without undermining our position.
The tower was cleared, if you'll remember, Kung Fu Fenris, of everybody except for the King's Guard, the 4 contenders for the throne, this motley, and 7. And 7
The
may
red
or may
bench.
not be nobility. It's not clear.
Yeah.
Braum.
Yes.
Actually, first, you get a text message. S. I-G-H.
Appropriate.
Then you get another one. Make sure that you resolve every... Oh, sorry. Here, let's do it in the voice.
Let's do the thing. Yeah.
Make sure that you resolve everything before you manage to make your sorry ashes back down here. Frankly, I don't want any of this mud trailing into the exhaust. However, if there's anybody I know who can actually take care of shit, it's certainly not somebody with a fancy name put in front of the rest of the words in their name. Be strong. I believe in you. Delete this message.
I delete the message.
This message will self-destruct.
Boom.
And the Councilwoman Knocker. I don't have a note on her name.
She never gave it to you.
Yeah, we never got it.
That might have been intentional. Anyway, Braum.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to do, or are you going to enjoy Kevin McAllistering this entire bedroom?
Nice. Nice.
Speaking of,
Keep the
Wow,
change, you filthy animal. Well, look, if I want anything, I have to ask for it through Clarissa, right? It's not like I have the ability to or the desire, frankly, to like contact people and be like, "Hello, help! What do I do?" You know.
You do have the right to contact people. You're just being sequestered, which means that if you contact somebody, it probably is for a reason.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Tony, what's up?
Hey,
You still making them meatball subs?
I'm gonna need like a couple brewskis after this, man. It's been a crazy day. No, like I know that's maybe a bit of a letdown, but no, I don't really have anything that I would like to accomplish at this moment. Sorry.
That's totally fine.
Actually, John, sorry.
Yes.
No, this is just a weird thing because you'd mentioned an attraction between Caliburn and Whisper,
Yeah.
the swords. Is there any way for me to test this or maybe deduce what might be causing that? Like, does Caliburn have some sort of sovereign power over? Do you know what I mean? Like,
So you're basically going to lock yourself in a room and pull out your ding dongs and see what happens when you touch them
when
together?
they touch, yeah. Do they magnet?
Okay, so yeah, actually that's interesting. Let's see what's going to happen there.
Boom.
But first, I'm going to ask if any of you need a break.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Probably
please.
a good idea.
Muting myself. Do you want to be muted?
Yes.
I'll stay. Well, then I'll go. But I'll be back.
You could have just left with the pack on. That's why you disconnect yourself from the table,
No.
so you don't have to take that off your head and all that.
Kind of easier for me to do that than to worry about dropping that in the toilet.
See you later. Liz said toilet. Yeah. I feel like I had a question for you, John, but if it's gone, then it's probably gone. It's supposed to be of interest to you. Hey, like, we've never really played out, like, serious business politics
Oh, you're
in
going to
this
be
game
in a
so far.
trial. It's going to be
Ooh.
great.
You know what I mean, right? Like, we've had some court scenes, but it was like, you know, cocaine or assassination attempts. So. Oh, hi, guys. What's up? I am thrilled at this turn of events. Not this turn of events, just like generally. I think this is a really cool position for us to be in.
So, yeah, I'm actually kind of interested to see what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Because who knows? I know. Well, I kind of know, but I actually don't know all of it.
No, because like unless you introduce a curveball where a bunch of people just like disappear from existence, you know, Liz has to have some control over this situation, and so do we, right?
It's true.
If you were an impartial observer, would you be backing a certain horse, John?
Would I be back? As in, what do you mean? Like,
Well,
as
if
if
you
I
were-
was a character here?
No, if you were watching the game, and you were like, "Oh, I wonder who's going to be Queen of Concordia." Would you be backing a horse? I'd be very not a literal horse, but you know. Plonk.
I think that it's
No,
a lot
tell
of
me.
responsibility. I think that responsibility is very unfair to place upon one person, which means that I would spread that responsibility around as much as I possibly could.
Very nice. Very nice. Much like how many modern democracies are run, with different people taking on different portfolios of responsibilities.
You know.
No, I like it. I like it. It's true.
Kung Fu Fenris, I'm afraid that if you drop your phone, or what I've done several times, your tablet on your nose,
Ooh.
it's generally an indication that you need to go to sleep. I love having you here, but I also love you without a broken nose. Go to sleep. We'll
Yeah.
see you next time.
I'll DM you every detail. Although I'll probably fuck it up and be like, "Oh my god, this happened. Oh, it should have been at the end. Hang on.
What the fuck?
Oh my god." No. No, man. Hey.
I mean, I'm not going to
Actually, maybe I
ban you or
should.
anything, Kung Fu
Maybe I
Fenris,
should.
but like, Seriously, I have. You've done that before, right? Where you've just been
Oh.
like lying in bed holding
Yeah.
something and it's just kind of thunk like right in the face.
Dropped one on Liz's head once.
Oh no!
That was really dumb. Like somehow we
Oh,
were
boy.
like it doesn't matter how we got there, but I was like, oh shit! Like I saw it, I was like, no.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, I have 100% done that.
coucouche panier papetoro.
You defeated 2 Athro? Fuck yeah! You need your victory sleep. Go to bed. And now we're gonna let the ladies vamp. Haha.
Oh, I'm vamping.
God.
I'm vamping. Ooh. Ooh.
I can't leave you alone, Kate. I don't want to let you. Oh.
One more time. Let me see your funky vampire. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Sorry.
I like funky vampire.
Have you ever played that? It's like a camp counselor, like entertain the children game. Like, let me see your funky chicken. Ooh. So everyone
yeah.
dances around and it's like, back in line now. You all get back into position, then you do a new one. It's
Right.
funky vampire.
Let me hear your funky. blank.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you
exactly.
can keep that going for hours. That's the
Forever,
best part.
Until you're like, okay, I'm bored. I have another idea, or the time is up. I can, send them off to take a nap now that they're tired. So good. How's everyone in Chatland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this so far? I was trying to.
I fucking love that it was like, oh shit, we're seeing the High King. It's okay. I will just keep my mouth shut and let them talk. Oh no. Why are there all these royalty? Much royalty. Such royalty.
Yep. Such royalty. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I was trying to poke John for info. Not in a malicious way. I was just like curious
Dude,
about his
tell
stake
him
in the
more.
thing. But
Think you're
he's being
allowed
very
to.
diplomatic. It's good.
Good.
You all right?
It's
Good.
okay, there's just too much crap in our apartment. You're free.
Hooray! Oh, if you're back, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Thank
back.
you.
You can go do what you need to do.
I will.
Do what you gotta do.
Excuse me. How do I people correctly?
Eh?
Yes, I was
Scheme my way into a title. Oh yeah. Psst. Your Majesty Sophia, perhaps it would be appropriate for lowly Patches to be not so lowly.
Whoa, music got intense in that
Whoa,
moment.
music got- yeah, well-
Would you like a title, Patches? All you have to do is ask, you know.
Yeah, make me lady Patches, but I don't need no fucking house.
Jeez. Your house is who the fuck cares?
House of get booked.
House of
House come there. Wait, what? No.
So, hey, John, when the trial starts, how are we going to proceed so that if Liz doesn't know how things should be proceeding,
You're gonna
Sophia
ask
does.
etiquette or politics?
Perfect. I'll be rolling that a lot. Click, click, click,
Have
click,
that
click,
pool
click,
ready, I
click, click.
guess. His house.
I will get that pool ready. Oh my god. Doom 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 doom.
Are you, Grubermensch, implying that like I should take over the Duke's seat?
You've
I
already
should be-
taken over the Duke's seat, if
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
have.
saying.
That's why he likes me so much. I'm willing to take over his.
Oh my.
It's probably what it sounded like, yes. Welcome to Changeling After Dark.
That's
for the
not
record,
hard.
Patches,
Yeah. Not just bitch.
you're asking for etiquette 1.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm being etiquette-y enough by being like, I need to be really fucking. Oh, by asking to be trained.
Yep.
C'est combien? C'est 3?
3.
Can I spend it right now?
Yes.
Great. That is exactly how much XP I have. I just spent some experience. That's like this is going to be useless in the rest of my life. So it's not really a dot of etiquette, because it's literally just when you have to speak to 4 queens, a regent, and be in a court all at the same time.
It's a lot.
What
I get
do?
it.
Yep. So, I mean, that's it. That's. We should also point out that apparently we're really pissed at this point in time.
Like drunk pissed?
No, like angry. Because
Why?
we're
Don't
missing
Oh.
a once in a lifetime event.
Fucking
know.
Aqua, and who's the other band that's opening with them? Or there are 2 people. Aqua and Prozac.
Yeah.
Fucking
Prozac?
Apparently they are in town tonight, and I saw this afternoon.
I'm
someone-
mad enough that I missed the full Prozac concert a few years back. I'm furious.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Prozac and Aqua are here, like
Yeah.
my fucking high school years.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, and it was this afternoon that someone on Facebook was like, "Who else is going to the
Like,
Prozac
I
and
didn't
Aqua?"
know. Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "What?" Well, what I'm most mad about is that I only was starting to Discovery by Daft Punk when they came into town, and I was like a teenager. I didn't have a ton of money, and they haven't toured. Gotta see
Laurent, I
Daft
would
Punk.
never pick Hulk Hogan, not for a second. If you want somebody who's going to come for you in the clutch, Undertaker. Come on, don't be an idiot.
The Undertaker.
I would have Fred be my second.
Fred.
Neale?
Fred Neale?
Yeah. Because then, like, he could fight
Meteor
for me.
Hammer. Sorry.
But he also is very honorable, so I feel like people would trust him. They'd be like, "Oh, he's her second. She must be all right."
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
But also, if it comes to a
I
fight,
assume
like
that
he could
But I'd
fight.
be
Aqua
like-
and Prozac are only playing tonight, and that's it, right?
I'm pretty sure.
You have to
Seems
wear
right.
monk robes.
What?
I'd be like Fred, but you have to show up in monk robes.
Oh, well, obviously.
That way they really, really trust you. Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
Wrestling? Where's Mr. B when you need some?
Do 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 do.
Come on,
I'm.
come on, come on.
Oh, is it not playing? I'm expecting the court music from Chrono Trigger.
Jimmy Puka. There you go.
A.
Bong. Are we all ready to
Such a
go?
great reference. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm concerned, but ready. I would say.
Who isn't?
All right.
Do 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 do.
So, come on. There we are. Lunch. Cucumber sandwiches with the crusts cut off, of course. Alongside some duck confit.
Nice.
Does the decision... Cheese it, the fuzz.
They're here to take Braum away.
Did someone else drive through that window?
Right?
Twice in 1 week.
1 month.
True.
Does this decision rest heavily upon you, Your Highness?
Of course it does. But in a way, I still feel like I'm in a daze. This is not a responsibility I ever aspired to, expected, was raised for, or anything like that. It doesn't feel real.
Is it perhaps perhaps that you believe that you are dreaming.
Perhaps.
I wouldn't dare to suggest that someone should pinch you.
I pinch myself. Ouch.
As a master neuromancer, would you say that a pinch is enough to warn somebody that they are actually dreaming?
No, but
I don't know what that means.
if a neuromancer is walking in your dream, you know. You're aware.
Unless they can remain hidden.
Unless they can remain hidden. But that can require more arts than just oneiromancy.
You've made decisions in the past that have had ramifications upon a life before, yes?
Every decision you make has ramifications upon a life, even if it's just your own.
The decisions that lay before you today are important. But I do not believe whoever would have convinced the High King to place the decision upon you would have intended to do so because they believed you would fail. I believe it is perhaps more appropriate that it's because you would succeed.
I know I will succeed.
Of course, Your Highness.
Whatever my opinion may be of why I was given this responsibility, I will undertake it to the best of my ability, and I will be successful in the choice I make.
Absolutely.
Now, in terms of the trial, my inclination is to give each of the contenders for the throne the ability to sit on the jury themselves or appoint someone. And then there will be a fifth member of the jury that must be decided unanimously by the four of them.
There aren't that many people inside the tower.
So
to
it should
fill.
be an easy choice. A jury of 5.
Interesting. And you will, of course, carry out whatever they decide.
I will.
And must this jury be unanimous?
No, majority. If someone abstains from voting, only then will I speak. But otherwise, my opinion is not counted.
Of course.
However, there will be 2 charges made.
2.
The first is the charge, the accusation, King Braum, Jesus Christ, Braum,
King
Sir Braum,
I mean, the sword shows, yeah.
of the murder of King Melge. And the second is a charge of treason.
Braum already has admitted that he is the one who killed King Melge.
He did.
The question is to whether or not he is guilty of committing a crime.
Which is where the charge of treason comes in.
Your first charge, if I may be so bold, Your Highness, is unnecessary, as if he is indeed guilty of killing the king, then he would be forced to accept punishment for this act, regardless of motive or
Okay, so
circumstance.
reverse then. Then, like, okay, so
Then
what?
the
But how
charge
will
that
it
you
be
wish to hold
phrased?
him is for treason, to aid and abet, or to act as an enemy towards the crown.
Okay, I want there to be a charge of treason against King Melge, as well.
You wish to put a dead man on trial.
Yes. If his behavior is deemed to be treasonous, then it's not a murder, it is a just execution.
One would never say you were not bold.
This is crazy. Sorry.
I hope the others agree.
Your Highness, I do very much hope that you take this in the way it is intended when I say that that statement alone may make you the most appropriate one to be regent.
Hooray!
Sorry, Braum.
That's cool.
Hope this doesn't blow up in your face.
As Crosshairs pointed out, there's gonna be some sweet T-shirts for later when I'm dead.
Did Braum die? Yes.
You get a text message.
I do?
Yes.
Oh, that's exciting. I check it. Oh, for the love of God. No. I'm right
That's the sound that
outside.
our
Love
text
the
messages
vampires.
No,
oh
what
my
the
God.
Yeah,
fuck?
very true.
Oh, no.
Smashing through the windows. It's daytime. We're good.
We would do for a good old brawl.
I think we just had one.
The reveal. The tell. The way you show what you don't mean to. As for me, I'll never let you know. I'm a veil, a call, a heavy theater curtain. I can fool a man across a room into thinking he's inside me. What the blues taught me is pleasure won't abide. Some will say it's otherwise. They'll lay down their cards for love and go all in. They'll walk away with nothing. But not me. I'm in it for the win. What I hide, I'll hide till hell closes down and the river's dark eye is done with tears. Dry and alone is how I'll die.
Who's it from?
A number you do not recognize.
But it is a number. It's not an unknown caller.
It is a number.
All right. I'm going to try calling it.
No answer.
Balls. Is there an answering machine?
No.
Fuck. Hi, you've reached an...
Hello, you've reached the office of the White House, connecting you
Robocalls.
to...
Whoa.
Oh.
I don't think that
Um,
eloquent.
7. I need to run this proposition by the other heirs, prospective queens. I don't know.
With
I
all
don't know
due
what to call them.
respect, they are not regent. You are regent.
They need to agree to the terms of the jury.
They need to be made aware of what the terms are.
All right. Who should I entrust with that message?
I imagine they'd be willing to hear it in the same room as everyone else.
Sorry.
And I'm gonna, I don't know if there's anything. No, there's nothing left on my plate. I had some ice cream for dessert, so I'm cool. All right, then. Let's do this. Whoe'er can draw Caliburn from the stone shall be.
Braum, hold this. God, why? Just like through his shoulder. Be awful.
For me?
Ouch.
So,
Yes.
Patches, do you have anything else that you need to take care of aside from your etiquette lesson?
She's off mic just for a second, but there's a no.
She says no.
Braum?
May one have a last meal, buddy.
Don't be like that.
I'm just saying.
No.
So
Braum
you
is-
contact no one to be your second or your counsel?
I think I was given the opportunity to do so up to and including during the trial.
Wait, what?
No, up to the trial.
Then yes, I will. I'm gonna poke my head out and speak to every time. What's her name? Clarissa. I was like Jessica. Nope. Someone else.
No, can I steal
If
one
I
of these?
may, I just need to send a message.
To whom will you send your message?
Someone here in the tower.
Of course.
Would you take this for me?
Yes.
So I present her with a piece of parchment.
Okay.
It's addressed to the Lady Kyoko.
Okay.
I mean, do you need to know the contents or like?
Yeah, I need to know the fucking contents.
All right, the contents.
Actually, no. You know what? Let's cut.
Hey!
For the most part, if you call somebody highness, you're not going to be wrong. That's one of the only times that this is going to be true, but you are in a pit of highness.
Yes.
And then a letter arrives. It's for Kyoko. I'm always very diligent about sending my mail forwarding address.
Absolutely. I have an out of, just before we dive into that, they mentioned that they were going to get someone to tend to me. Am I still wounded from the fight with Talus?
No, Clarissa would have helped you.
Okay.
How many wounds did you have?
I was at hurt.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
I'm fine with going just up to
No, you're
bruise.
fine
Okay,
because
cool. I realized that I
was
was
it ag?
cheating. No, just.
Then you're
damage.
fine. You're
Great.
totally fine.
Thank you.
Oh God!
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
I was gonna make a tiny paper airplane.
I love it. Oh, that's what I should have done. Damn it. What a bunk. That would have been so good.
You're not cool enough.
I know. I'm not cool enough.
I read you.
Excellent.
Dearest Lady Kyoko, it is with great trepidation that I must ask you to be my second if the need arises at today's trial.
Oh my God!
Hoping to be by your side again soon. With much love, Braum.
Well, I suppose I'm very glad that we didn't commence our tryst just yet. She reads the note aloud, like she didn't give a fuck.
No council named.
Do it,
Apparently
Patches.
not.
Do it, Patches, please, please.
Well, I'm sitting in the fucking trial, whether anyone likes it or not.
Yes.
I mean, they're gonna call me to the stand, but I'm fucking sitting in there.
Well, it would mean that if anybody decides to attack him, then I would be responsible for defending him. It means that if he ends up in a trial by combat and he falls, I could potentially try to rescue his name over his bleeding, broken body.
Yes.
Either way, I'm going to get hella laid after this.
Absolutely.
Because now you are Braum's second.
What?
For getting hella laid. If he's not able to, then I'm still going to collect.
Oh. You know,
Ugh.
I was saying I'm not that flexible. I was referring to hetero flexible, which I'm not. You're a lovely lady, Lady Kyoko. But if you're looking for fun evenings, I think Sophia might be a better option.
Do you say it with a gleam?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm a queen.
She just looks
Braum's never there for the
completely just like...
conversations.
Off to deal with highnesses and majesty and.
Nice.
I'm so glad this will be
Sirs.
awkward between us forever.
Oh yeah, I'm so awkwarded.
I'm like right here.
So, drinks after you get laid. I can wait for another day or two.
No, but like seriously, she doesn't have to get laid. Like there's still like consent and all that. Like it's an important thing.
Claude, do you want to join us for drinks after she gets laid? It doesn't have to be tonight.
Or you could join us for sex.
Oh,
I didn't know Braum was into that.
neither did I.
It's known as the Red Branch.
Oh,
Red Branch District. Got
48 sessions. Call it here. Back it up, boys.
All
We're
right.
done.
I think we'll end the campaign.
Campaign. Yeah.
There. Yeah.
It's called the Red Branch.
Bye.
Oh, yuck.
Disgusting.
Sometimes I don't shave, and
That's
disgusting.
disgusting.
All of you are called back into the antechamber At this point, the body of High King David is now fully shrouded. So
He's not just there. With his thumb like this, so he can be like, make him live,
they can,
kill
like-
him. Yeah.
Oh,
And it falls off.
God. You guys are really...
Sophia, you've been set up with a larger, more impressive chair.
And
than
a gavel?
else. Yeah,
Order in
you've got
my
a
court.
you have a table and a gavel.
Apparently,
has been
Yes.
presented.
Oh,
weird,
so
hey?
happy.
Yeah, with the
Dead body?
of the High King present.
You may call me
Really
Judge Judy.
Skane, having ensured that everybody is present. So the following people are present here:
Boy.
Clarissa, Dimitri,
Yeah.
Skane. Dimitri, remember, is the satyr who is a member of the Kingsguard. The three chuckle fucks in front of you:
Yeah.
Hello.
Kyoko, Claude, Lenore, Mab, Morwen, Fairlith, and a corpse. And 7.
In that order.
All rise. That's as good as they're going to get, because if they rise, they'll just go off camera. It'll be really awkward.
it'll
and
be
it'll just be like,
kinda weird.
Oh, navels. Court is now in session. This is the trial for Sir Braum ap Gwydion. You stand accused of treason against Concordia. And Fairlith is just like, what? No, he's accused of killing my father.
Sir Braum has already admitted to his crime of murdering, killing King
Whoa.
Mouse.
Murder in the first degree.
Degree.
Yeah, no.
Killing in the name of...
I'm shanking him to death.
Your Highness, you should be made aware that we can indeed pull others in here, should their testimonies be required. Otherwise, this court operates as you see fit.
Jesus Christ. All right.
How's your law pool?
Terrible.
Excellent.
Non-existent.
Yes. That's what I like to hear.
Is
got
law
law.
even on the sheet?
Yes, there's
I
a
never thought of
fucking
it.
thing of law.
And you don't have law?
No, I don't have law.
Yes, ma'am.
Fucking
I like
rip.
that shit.
Anyway.
I don't need no counsel.
If I were to call in witnesses, if I wanted additional witnesses present,
I know,
would
right?
now be the time, or would it be later?
It would be when you wanted to call them.
All right. And
But at this point, I didn't realize you didn't have law, so now you're on your fucking own. You do it the way that you want, and people will have to just tell you in game if you're fucking up.
Oh my god. Okay.
So mean.
Didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so is now, well,
Everybody's present.
do I introduce the second charge now?
If you want.
No,
And
he
explain
introduced
like the jury and everything?
You introduce the charge and the jury. There's only one charge if you went along with 7's suggestion.
But
Because you're not charging it. Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Of course. You go ahead.
would Skane have said that? Skane should know. If Skane knows charge number 1, Skane should know charge number 2.
Very well.
Excellent. Thank
Very
you.
well.
This trial
It
shall
is
also accuse one other man of the same crime. King Melge ap Elened, King of Willows, is accused of treason against the crown. Fairless eyes just like widen again, and then Lenore leans forward a bit. She's very interested. Morwen leans back, equally interested,
Oh.
and
Mab's knitting. That
and
was
Mab's
cool.
just like sneaking some Werthers over to this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Second
big
point for Mab.
How do you wish to proceed, Your Highness?
We will call forth the first accused, Sir Braum ap
Do your
Gwydion.
jury, Your
We
Highness.
will introduce the jury first.
Thanks, Kane.
Fuck.
Back, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I'm here for you.
Order, 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 order.
You're like knocking on your own head.
That's on my own head. I'm just like chewing on the gavel.
Fucking farce.
We
We got this. We got this.
Oh, you haven't seen it.
I'm so
nothing yet.
excited.
The trial will proceed as follows. We will hear the testimonies. And the jury, which consists of Her Majesty Queen Faerie. Please tell me if I'm getting any of these titles wrong, by the way.
That I will tell you.
Okay. Her Highness Princess Lenore? I say it exactly like that. Her Highness Princess Morwen?
No, just Morwen.
Morwen.
Morwen ap Gwydion.
Morwen ap Gwydion. And Her Majesty Queen Mab. And a fifth, which must be decided right now by all four of you.
Ma'am, you do understand that of the accused, one of the members of your jury is his daughter.
This is understood.
As you wish.
I would never presume to imply that any member of my jury had a bias.
And there's
But
some uncomfortable shifting from Clarissa and Dimitri.
Yeah.
And what of this fifth jury member that you speak of?
This must be agreed upon unanimously right now by the other four members of the jury. You see the choices before you.
2 guards, 1 accused.
I assume
Yeah.
that Lord Skane is acting as your bailiff and therefore isn't available.
Shrugs the person with 0 laws. You don't know.
We nominate Braum!
Yay!
What?
Braum.
Point.
Order. No air horns.
This is
Get that out of
great.
here.
She's got some sangria now. She's like, "Mm."
Sophia.
Lenore very quietly just says, clearly then we must nominate 7.
Are you all in agreement?
Morwen Knobs.
This is going great.
Morwen nods.
Only gonna get better.
Mab nods. Fairlith looks at the 3 of them and then
7, do you agree to sit on the jury?
it would appear that honor simply reigns upon me today. And he gets up and he goes and he stands next to the queens and various others until he then is offered a chair and he looks at you and just sits down slowly.
Is there anything else I would know to do before going ham?
Is anyone asking, like, are you asking for like a prosecutor, or are you acting as the prosecutor yourself? Which in this case,
We don't really have any people who could really be the
so
prosecutor.
would it probably fall to you?
I guess that's me.
Then call your first witness. Call your first witness. Yeah.
Oh my god,
yeah,
thank you
I'm
so
a troll.
much.
Right.
We will first hear the testimony of Sir Braum ap Gwydion.
Sir Braum, do you swear upon the dreaming that what you are about to reveal is the truth as you understand it?
I do. Upon the dreaming, upon my life.
Wow.
You may give your opening statement.
Okay, I don't know.
It's a game reference. Don't
Oh.
worry.
As a knight of the Red Branch, I am dedicated to upholding the rule of law, justice, and goodness in the kingdom of Concordia. That is what I have done. That is always what I have tried to do. And that explains my actions. A man with a particular mask attacked and attempted to assassinate the Duchess Eloise in the Kingdom of Northern Ice. This same masked man had someone impersonate the High King David and attacked the leader of the Red Branch as well. This man took me captive. He was trying to unlock information in my mind from my dreams. He was somewhat successful. And what I heard while I was there was that this man believed that the High King David was no longer fit to rule. And I swear to you on my honor that I did not dismiss that outright. I told him, in truth, that if he believed that to be true, that he should come forward with that information, that I would perhaps even aid him in bringing this forward. I have always wanted nothing more than I've wanted nothing more than order and justice. Justice for good deeds done for the dreaming, to help others. That is what I have always wanted. This man attempted underhandedly to overthrow the High King David. And so when this man tried to murder me to keep my silence, I struck back. Is it treasonous to kill a king? Is it treasonous to defend your crown? Thank you. It's like a long pause, and he's just like, yep, thank you.
Knowing full well that this is not how things operate, Sophia is going to go against this and turn to the jury.
This is more of a tribunal than it is like
Excellent.
an actual trial.
Yeah.
So
Should any sitting on the jury have questions for the accused at this time, now is your opportunity to ask them. Leading questions will not be tolerated.
Morwen stands up. You tell me, and everyone else here at this tribunal, that you were made aware that King Melge was acting against the High King. And yet, when you arrived here, you ended up stopping, as best you could, a Dantain currently being held by the Unbroken Circle, who was, in fact, as we are to be believed, responsible for the High King's decline and eventual forgetting. Are you accusing the High King of being in league with a Dantain?
No. Of course not. I failed to see the connection. There were two forces operating against the High King, to the best of my knowledge.
Was Melge simply not assuming that this High King, who may have been compromised, needed replacing, and in doing so earned your ire, your wrath, and you decided that he must be stopped? By any means necessary?
Objection, leading question.
Sustained.
Objection!
I'm merely asking the accused what he believed in the moment that he decided to stop a plot against the High King. A leading question, by definition, is when did you stop beating your wife?
Okay, cool.
In other words, you're saying a fact that occurred
Yeah.
even if it didn't.
Okay, cool.
All right, Sophia.
All right.
I have enough lot.
No, it's... I have enough law. I did not kill the man in order to stop a plot. I killed a man in order to be able to have the power to bring this forward and solve it.
You understand how difficult it is to solve a crime when the key accused cannot speak in his own defense.
Yes. Please believe me, Your Highness, when I say that I do not wish it to be this way.
May I ask you one other question?
Please.
If you truly believed that King Melge was working against the Kingdom of Concordia and believed that you had the appropriate proof, would you have killed Melge anyway, even if your life was not in danger, but you believed Concordia's was?
There was a time when I would say yes. That time might even be today. At the moment that I killed him, no. People in this room can attest to the fact that I was well on my way to the long winter. It was in that moment that I was reinvigorated with a sense of purpose and a sense of understanding. So no.
Morwen sits down and Fairlith stands up. Did you hate the man you killed?
I have. I do not today.
Do you hate anyone in this room?
I see that. No.
Hello.
And if I am being honest, I do not know everyone in this room.
Among all your adventures, Sir Braum, have you ever killed in anger?
Yes.
Have you ever killed in an act of passion?
Yes.
Have you ever killed someone who later on you believed did not deserve that fate?
Ooh. Yes.
She sits back down.
I can't remember everyone I've killed.
Mab stands up.
Okay.
When you killed him, did you believe it was the only way that you could escape?
It was.
When you destroyed the mask, did you believe that it was the only way to escape?
Home fires would have been exploded.
As I understand it, home fires would have exploded if it weren't for the actions of another Red Branch Knight.
Yes, that is true.
And so then why did you feel the need to destroy the mask?
This is a question of great import, and one that I have struggled with. I believed in that moment that it was the power that was holding us there, that was holding Lord McAllister, and that was threatening our lives and the safety of our kingdom. That is what I truly believed.
She sits back down. Seven stands up.
This is not looking good.
Sir, do you experience remorse now for what you did?
No, I experience pain and remorse for the pain that I have caused others. That is all.
He sits back down. And Lenore stands up.
Like Lenore.
Sir Braum. Why should I acquit you?
In all honesty, Your Highness, the charge is treason. I have not betrayed the crown of Concordia. I have not betrayed myself. You should acquit me because there are more battles to fight, and I would like to be there to fight them for all of us.
She sits down.
Oh, great, eh? Yeah, you just snap a pencil in the back. You're like, ugh.
pencil.
That's the best answer I've ever made.
Are there further questions?
You should.
Not for this witness, not at this time.
The witness is dismissed.
I go back to the prisoner's box.
Great.
Why should I acquit you?
We now call upon our next witness. This is going to be a long one, guys. Get excited. I have a list of witnesses.
Oh, Jesus.
Patricia Chambers.
Why are you using my mortal name?
Because we're in court, man. It sounds fancier.
But it's fake court.
It's not. What?
All right.
Etiquette would demand that you refer to her as Pat.
Patches, atches, atches. I want to make you sound like more froofy. All right, fine, Patches. Come on.
She's still,
call up
she's still
Patches.
the steward of the Spark.
Patches,
still holds that
steward
title.
of the Spark and giver of no fucks. Please approach the bench. Yes.
Jesus.
I will approach the bench.
Will you please recount your part in the actions that took place at Home Fires?
May I include the actions leading up to it?
You may.
My first interaction with him,
Oh yeah, sorry. Oath to tell the truth, the whole truth,
Yeah, I
and
did-
nothing but this. So help you.
I swear to be truthful. That thing.
Best court.
Yes. My first encounter with whom we later learned to be King Melge, or at least someone bearing that image, was at a time we were to meet the Duchess Eloise and managed to thwart an assassination attempt on her. My understanding is that the next interaction with him, or again, someone wearing his image, was when Braum was kidnapped, to our understanding. All of this is to my best understanding. Was kidnapped, put through manipulations of his dreams and understanding, and again, as he said, attempts to pull information from his knowledge. He was trapped and under attack. And my understanding is that he acted in order to escape and save his own life. The first time that I had a chance to meet the person that was wearing the mask under the appearance of King Melge was at Home Fires. We were theoretically going to have a meeting with the High King himself, theoretically arranged through Lord McAllister. When we arrived, we found a addled Lord McAllister, who later, instead of the High King arriving, was person under the guise of King Melge. who we can only assume was him and thus is now deceased. Attacks were made. Threats to all of our well-being were made. Bomb vests were present. It was a situation of extreme threat to our persons, to the Red Branch, and by association, based on the seeds of information that we have been gathering throughout this time, what seems to be an ongoing plot to whittle away the veracity, the value, the importance of the Red Branch so that it would be easier to access the High King himself. This is what we have gathered. We can share more information for future investigations. We, all of us, were acting in largely self-defense and defense of Lord McAllister and all those present at home fires. If Sir Braum hadn't done the deed, I likely would have. It was a situation of life or death, of repeated threats, repeated acts against our lives. This was a person who was attacking us and trying to kill us, and again, to my best understanding, trying to eventually make their way to the High King himself. Whether, if I may continue to the questions that were posed to Sir Braum, it had implications as far as trying to eventually overthrow the High King. No, that's not where I'm going. I'm just going to end there.
Right.
I've lost my train of thought.
The jury is now invited to ask questions.
Seven stands up. You say that if you were in Braum's position, that you would have committed the same act.
Yes.
Do you believe at this point in time that you would have been guilty even in the smallest degree of treason?
I would not see it that way. I would see it as, yes, I suppose that I would have at that time been aware of the fact that this is a king, but that would not have been the purpose. It would not be to overthrow a king. It would be to kill someone who is trying to kill others and overthrow an entire society.
Have you killed before
Yes.
for this reason?
I have killed in order to end someone who is doing harm. Yes.
No further questions. And he sits down. Mab stands up. How long have you known Braum?
About a year? Whatever, insert appropriate answer. But I think it's about a year.
How long have you been an oathmate of his?
One day.
It'll be 24 hours.
It was overdue.
Why wait so long?
We have been facing an onslaught of troubles that haven't given us the time. As was mentioned as in a question to him, the Dantain. He... Our visit to Duchess Eloise, that there are other dealings going on in Cross's Shadows that are of no one's problem here. We just never had the time to sit and think, gosh, we should swear things that we already know and feel.
Yes. Where's Dougal?
Can you honestly tell me that the only reason that you were not in a motley with him for longer is because you did not have the time? It was never a matter of trust?
I would trust Braum in any sort of matter of honor of that sort.
I'm not speaking of your feelings now.
My only that has always been the case. He is, and seems, by my understanding, a shining example of what House Gwydion seems to be about. He's very honorable. He can be trusted to do what he means, though not always trusted to act in his own best interest. But he would sacrifice himself for me.
Well, at least we know that that's true for at least 24 hours.
I think that's been the case for a very long time.
She sits down. Lenora stands up. Why destroy the mask?
Because, to our understanding, Braum killed someone wearing the mask at the time of his escape from being kidnapped, and someone else came back wearing the mask. It was being worn by someone or people that were out to cause great destruction to everything that we have known for the past 50 years. Yeah, that's roughly the timeline. And the words that were spoken towards us, the things that the person was saying to us in home fires, it was clear that there were things at work that were intended to, that it would pass on to another and another.
She sits down. Morwen stands up. You were offered a position in the Red Branch, which you have subsequently denied. Why?
Whether, under what I believe is to be true, that others have caused the decline of the Red Branch, or whether it's through its own troubles, I'm not certain that the Red Branch, I feel that the Red Branch needs to reestablish its purpose and its goals. And I am not comfortable swearing to an organization that may need to regroup. I would not trust myself to follow their regrouping.
You do understand that this places in direct relief Braum's claim that as a Red Branch Knight he needed to do what was right. You have cast aspersions on what the Red Branch stands for in the first place.
I don't think that's what I intended. I apologize.
It's all right.
My understanding
You're
is
speaking the truth.
my understanding is that the Red Branch was designed to serve the High King, and it was clear that there was great suspicion as to the stability of the king at that time. So if there was no king soon to be followed, to be obeyed,
What's your
were their
manipulation
pr-
subterfuge?
Oh, I'm not trying to lie, but
I know, but I need a difficulty for my
3
Gwydion pool.
plus 6.
It's actually quite. Yeah, it's quite high. No.
Oh, fuck. I think I see a 1 over there.
I do.
I think I see a lot of 1s. Oh,
There's 3 ones,
shit.
a 4, a 3, and a 7. You're
Out of
safe.
botch.
That would have been a triple botch.
That would have been really
Filthy.
fucking bad. She would have been like, "Rah!" Yeah.
Yeah, she might have taken offense and just decided to straight up attack you. Maybe you'll
Brawl,
find out
brawl,
what kind of a
brawl,
combatant Morwen
brawl,
would be.
brawl.
Water in the car, bro.
This is my car.
She sits. Fairlith stands up. Do you believe that he should face any sort of punishment for what he did?
I know this is an oblique approach, but I do not believe what he did would qualify as treason. I don't think he was acting against the King of Willows. But whether or not there is a punishment for killing someone in such a position is not my place to judge. But I would not. I'm sorry. I would not say it is out of the question.
Super fair.
She sits.
Super fair. I fucking killed someone.
And you're Mr. Honorable.
It's
I am guilty.
Honorable.
Skane says the defense should be allowed to question the witness if he so chooses.
Sir Braum, do you wish to question the witness?
Ask away.
You don't have to say
should,
yes.
yeah, I
Dong,
guess.
dong,
Not
dong.
necessarily. So how much law do you have?
I have a jack of all trades.
All right, roll me your intelligence law.
Yay! Yeah. None. No successes.
And you get no help.
All right.
Hey, John, can I try to read the room right now just to see what everyone's thinking?
Sure.
No, the defense.
Perception, empathy.
Rest.
I don't know
Difficulty
law,
is 8.
but I do know people sometimes.
Pretty often, I'd say. Diff 8.
Thank you.
Tough crowd.
There's a lot of people here,
Yeah,
and
fair.
a lot of them are very high-powered and have way more experience in tribunals than any of you three fuckers do.
That's true.
I believe we were Chucklefox not too long ago.
Ah, yes.
That's 3 successes.
Got a lot of dice in there.
It's my best
All right.
pool.
3 successes,
Yes.
3 jury members. You can pick 3 of them, and I'll tell you how they currently lean.
Oh, I didn't. I was just thinking, are they happy or not?
No.
What
This
they're
is
leaning.
much
Good
better.
roll.
Okay, I'm curious about Mab.
Mab is currently completely undecided because she hasn't heard anything either way that has been a slam dunk for her.
Okay. How about Lenore?
Lenore privately believes that Braum should be considered innocent. However, she understands that she's struggling against a lot of personal bias, and so at the moment may abstain.
Okay. And Fairlith.
Fairlith is doing her absolute best to not show bias. She's starting to doubt that Braum is guilty, but she's still convinced that Melge is innocent.
Okay.
Braum,
Yes.
it's you.
The defense has no questions.
You are excused.
We now call to the stand Lord McAllister,
Oh,
if he's here. We tried to get him. We tried.
That's what
We'll
your
see.
note was about.
We'll see if he showed up.
Got a list of people.
I have a list.
Nice.
The doors open up, and Lord McAllister walks in. The satyr takes the stand, swears his oath.
Patches is saying to herself, Lord. Adding it to her list on her
Lord,
hand.
that
Starting to smudge.
just getting, it's running a little bit.
I was incapacitated by the one that Braum killed. I can't remember much of the day. I can't remember much of anything for a long period of time leading up to that day. I do know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that Braum, alongside the other members of his motley, took down the one responsible for removing me and my effectiveness in attempting to defend the crown and the High King. I also know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that the honor of the man in front of you is as intact as it ever has been. Not even the forgetting could steer him clear of the duties and honors that he has earned and accumulated throughout his lifetime as one of us. Frankly, I find this entire proceeding to be unnecessary.
What a dude.
He is a troll. Are we to doubt the essence of his kith?
The jury is invited to ask questions at this time.
Morwen stands. I appreciate your service, Lord McAllister. I do not understand why you are here. If you cannot remember, you cannot bear witness. Speaking merely as a character witness for the accused, beyond that, I don't see why you're here. I have no questions for the witness. She sits. One by one, the others stand, declare they have no questions, and sit down.
Okay.
But of course, perhaps Braum.
Braum?
Or even Patches, you're technically part of the tribunal.
Yeah.
Do you have law?
Yeah, I won up.
Intelligence law.
Two successes.
Wow.
So
What a roll.
you aren't
roll.
officially like counsel or anything, but because it seems that everybody's being given the opportunity, you can ask questions as you see fit. But more to the point, if somebody tells you to shut up, you probably should.
Oh, I will.
But you are allowed to ask questions. It's more like you're not allowed to stand up and be like, "This is what I think," because you're not
No.
here to say what you think. But you are allowed to ask questions.
I have a question for the witness. Lord McAllister, do you remember the events of date? I can't remember, I'm sorry. When we visited Home Fires, shortly before visiting the Lady Helena.
Yes, I remember that day.
I accused you of something. Can you
Yes.
tell the jury what happened that night?
We fought. As I remember, I stuck my sword through you and pinned you against the wall next to my fireplace. We parted on cordial terms.
Why do you believe that I did that?
I think you did it because you had the best interest of Concordia at heart. I think you did it because you saw a weakness in me. A weakness that now we can reasonably assume was actually there.
You are not a weak man, Lord McAllister. Thank you. Thank you, Your Majesty. To Sophia.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, Crosshair.
Patches, any questions?
Great.
The witness is dismissed.
Right.
He gets up and leaves the room.
Oh, yeah, it's true. I'm Highness, not Majesty.
Somebody said?
Yeah.
Yuck.
I mean, thanks.
Unless you've, like declared yourself queen just quietly to yourself.
I mean,
I
it's
declare.
part of my daily mantra.
As my motley, I'll tell you
Queen.
first.
My queen.
I'm going to be queen.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Thank you. Majesty. No. Highness.
At the time of the battle at Home Fires, there was an individual present who was impersonating the High King. This was a pixie.
Pisky.
A pisky, sorry. Pisky. Who was being held at Home Fires. If he was able to be procured, he is now called upon as a witness.
Your Honor,
Yep,
he is not available as a witness.
understood.
He's dead.
Shit.
Wait, can we have Lord Mac back and ask what he found out? No. It's okay.
I mean,
Rip.
he was dismissed. I don't think he
Yeah.
wasn't like kicked out of the room.
No.
He can just
Like-
like sit down.
He's already halfway home at this point. He's like trudging
He's
along.
already
He's
cast
He's like,
Wayfarer.
oh man,
He's got,
Breaking
like,
Bad's on.
Yeah, like one or two rounds until he can teleport.
All right.
good.
You don't have any questions for him? No? Okay.
We believe that eventually he will return, but at the moment, he is forgotten.
Understood. Moving on. We now call upon Claude. Sir Claude?
Sir Claude.
Sir Claude.
Gwydion, I assume.
He's Gwydion.
Yeah.
Gwydion.
Not I assume. but
Unsealing
Claude and Kyogo
Yes.
are Gwydion.
For sure.
What do you want from me?
We would like to hear your account of what happened at Home Fires.
I want it incredibly clear to everybody here that I think that not only is Braum justified in killing that son of a bitch, but that he has removed a cancer upon this entire country.
Fuck me, Claude.
I want it absolutely clear that I believe that King Melge has done more than even that fucking Dantain in disrupting
The witness
peace.
will refrain from using such language in my courtroom.
It is my opinion that that person
Nice.
is responsible for disrupting the peace between commoner and noble, between Seelie and Unseelie, more than anyone else. The name roasts on my tongue, and I thoroughly believe that the other words that I am now forbidden from speaking have more elegance, grace, and pertinence to my life than that person. Your Highness.
Questions from the jury or the other witnesses or whoever the fuck. Yeah.
Let them speak first.
Well, there's like 5 people here, so if you have a question, just like raise your hand. I got a speakers list. Chair.
Lenore stands up. You were present at his death. Would you have landed the final blow if you could have? I was in the middle of being poisoned. I could feel fire burning through every one of my veins. It is only by the righteousness and sheer divine beauty of she who holds the regency of Concordia at this moment that I am still alive. That man assaulted us, attempted to destroy a baron, a baroness, a countess, several childlings. He wanted to explode the entire building and then move on. It is my conjecture that he would move on to Terranar at that point and use the deaths of home fires to discredit the Red Branch and remove the High King from power.
Any further questions?
Fairlith stands up. Why do you hold my father in such low esteem? If you're asking for proof, I am not the one to ask. Proof is something that is better served by those who can speak eloquently or intelligently. And while I could pour you a drink and make it sing, the only other thing that I need to know is that when I am on the ground in Concordia, walking across and meeting so many others on my quest, as it were, that he lurks in the shadows, that the rumors cannot escape the protection of his mask unless you look very hard. And I looked. Instinct is what I can trust. As a Bogan, I can tell you exactly what the room is like in front of us. I can tell you, when I was in his presence, it was not pretty.
Any further questions?
Sir Claude, had you encountered King Melge before this year?
Yes, in this very castle.
Can you tell us what happened?
He asked me whether or not I could convince other members of the Red Branch to meet and assemble so that we could discuss what it would be like if we could form a task force with others of his kingdom to try to rout out the corruption that was inside.
Why do you believe he was asking you this?
Because at the time the Red Branch would let him have credibility, but we could not be bought.
Do you have any reason to believe now that he might have been asking in true earnest to root out corruption here at Taranar?
I refer to you in my original statement. The only reason I do so is because I have been forbidden from using the language I would choose.
Thank you, Sir Claude.
If there are no further questions, the witness is dismissed.
He gets up and he just walks back to where he was and sits his ass back down.
I call upon our final witness, Lady Kyoko. App Gwydion.
Mm-hmm.
App, God damn it, why are there so many fucking houses and titles? Fuck.
Oh my god.
Kyoko stands and walks. For you, Your Highness, I will speak the truth, however much it pains me. I swear it upon my heart.
Will you please recount the events of at home fires?
Sir Braum, the Lady Sophia, and Patches were to meet Lord McAllister alongside the High King himself inside Lord McAllister's offices and home fires. When we entered the building, it was empty. I swept the building to see if I could find anyone else inside, or to discover any other traps or ambushes that may have been laid in wait. I discovered, on the top floor, warded inside and unable to raise alarm, the accumulated membership of home fires alongside 3 others who were simply visiting the freehold. Among them, one, the Lady Jessica, was wearing a vest on her person designed to explode. I divested her of said vest, destroyed Homefire's property in order to escape the room, and allowed the device to detonate in view of mortals. For this, I am technically guilty of the Eshiat, in that I have violated the right of ignorance. However, I have also protected a freehold. I'd like to think that we're square.
Continue.
When I returned, there was 1 dead, 1 captured, and a mask destroyed, shattered. And I believe that this court is ignoring one very important tenet. Whether or not Sir Braum destroyed King Melge in a room in Willows after he had been violated through his dreams, or whether he destroyed him by running him through in a room in Homefires, King Melge, as a concept, was destroyed when that mask shattered.
Thank Thank you. I'm so glad somebody brought that up. Jeez. I think it.
His influence ended there. So much as his influence can end. He now could be potentially considered a martyr or a cautionary tale. But the mask is gone, which means that no others can claim his title, his rank, or his personage. But I can tell you this. The man known as King Melge was killed by Sir Braum in home fires. I know this because I have seen him alive without his mask.
When?
5 years ago.
Under what circumstances?
I was in his bedroom stealing his mask. And I think we'll end the session
Oh shit!
there.
Ooh.
Bead room, apparently. Bed.
Bead room. Best kind of room.
I don't know, man.
I'm in your room stealing your mask.
You think your defense is good enough?
Yes?
Well, we might not find out today.
Okay.
But
A lot
we
of
will
heavy-
find out what you learned, what the play of the game was,
A lot of
and
heavy hitters went to Batman.
all of that coming up on my fancy corner in just a moment.
Yay! Yay! Courtroom, courtroom,
Courtroom.
courtroom.
Room.
No one this session was the smart bet.
Yay!
Nirvana, Aragorn,
Ooh, Alexis
Lemon
Rose,
Eater,
excellent.
Weirdness, Kung Fu Fenris, Alexis,
Alexis Rose.
and
Probably.
Spaced Out Lily.
All right.
Alex is.
Collect your
Alex
motes.
is Rose.
They're yours. You earned them.
You
Well
can do with
done,
them what you
peeps.
like. Good job, everybody.
You've got 13 drinks, but one thing that I can say is that, I mean, you're in
What's-
trouble.
What? Excuse me? What do you mean? Why are we in trouble?
Oh.
I mean, given the circumstances. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
God damn it, Kyoko. Kyoko be dropping bombs, man, all the time.
Yeah, like
She
she,
be.
did outside of home fires.
Hey.
I have to pee.
Oh no.
Could you
Oh
mute
wait.
me, please?
Yes. Ba-ba-ba-na-na.
She sword in the stone.
Sort of a reverse sword in this. Oh no. No, you're
Stone
right.
in Braum and pull it out of Braum.
Oh God, this is so
Well,
much
then-
more painful.
Just so
Alright,
that you know,
well, I'm
I
just
am
gonna-
going to throw down the play of the game.
Put
Oh.
the sword in you. There you go. I'm
You're the king of the Britons.
I love that moment
Queen.
of like, are you sure? You
Her Highness Sophia appoints a jury of peers to determine the fate of Sir Braum. Patches pipes up and proves her potential. Too bad she doesn't have etiquette.
Oh.
And Braum manages to sit through trial part 1 without shoving his foot and leg up
Hey.
to the knee in his mouth. Yay! You can vote now. Vote 0, 1, or 2. It's right there. Let's see what the play of the game was in the
Please.
meantime.
Yes.
Kate, what'd you learn?
etiquette.
Wait, buy one
Learn.
after this.
How much Patches really doesn't want to deal with high society.
Oof.
Like they're
That's
like,
like-
why didn't you take the knighthood? I'm like,
Ugh.
cause fuck knighthood, cause fuck that.
That was
But
great.
yeah, I was like, nope.
Excuse me, are you accusing the Red Branch of being kind of shitty? Yes.
Wait, no, not
Oh,
really.
no, not shitty, just-
no, just like they serve the High King, and the High King's maybe
not
no longer gonna be the High
For
King.
me.
Yeah.
It's fair. Yep.
Scott?
I will not comment on the play the game options. What will I? I guess I learned today that we have many friends, and not that anything's been decided, but I do feel like I learned that cooler heads can prevail. Not everything in Cathane society has to be all like chest bumping honor all the time, which I know is not everybody, but House Gwydion specifically is very
And
much
trolls.
that, right? And trolls
Yeah.
is also that. So, yeah, that's yeah. I feel like that's what I learned.
That's fair.
Lots of friends.
Runes.
We got friends in high places,
That's fair.
chewing on his hip.
Um, So, Liz, as you hook yourself back up, I'll ask you
GG.
very slowly, what did you learn today? Unmute her.
Yep.
Sophia learned that it's her job right now to just be as fair as possible. But she's also got to get shit done.
Mm.
So she's like walking on a tiny little tightrope right now. And she's not sure how good of a job she's doing because she has 0 experience, but like that kind of makes her the right person for the job. So
Kind
we'll
of?
see. Kind of.
I mean, I don't want to throw anything out there too much, but I want to. I don't know. I want to put it out there that I feel like the notion behind the trial by jury and like accusing a person who's not there and like all this shit, like I thought that was pretty inventive and pretty cool.
Thank you.
Like not the way I was expecting this to go.
What were you expecting? Trial by
Erwin, can you
combat?
put that in
Something.
again? Because I'm not sure that your vote isn't registering.
You don't
Unless
have
you
to
already,
have the
because you
ball
did
ball.
vote, but like I'm just wondering why your vote isn't registering that you changed it. Because I thought you could change your vote. Apparently not. Apparently you can't change your vote once you throw it in there. Which means that I know who won because that does break a tie.
Oh,
Oh,
So I will consider it.
Omni-Neural hopped in. May have broken it.
Yeah, but I it did break a tie. So despite what it says, I actually know.
do we vote
Yeah,
on
is-
you
Braum's?
guys are
Yes.
our Brahms peers.
You leave my character in your hands.
Poll is
Crosshair, for
over.
sure.
It is not a tie. The winner is Braum.
Yay!
What?
Manages to sit through trial part 1 without shoving his foot in
Way.
his mouth. Because Erwin originally voted for Patches.
Aha.
So
Well, all right then.
it goes to Scott.
Thank
so,
you also
yeah.
very much.
He didn't spend his experience, Erwin.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Eric.
And
Wait, no, wait, what?
I see what being favored child gets me.
It's a look.
It's
I
true.
didn't
She
vote
changed her
for it.
vote. She changed her vote to
me.
to Liz.
Sophia.
Oh.
Oh, right, right,
Oh,
right.
okay. Sorry, never mind.
Away from
Sorry.
you.
I misunderstood what John was saying. Sorry, I take back all that
Braum
sass.
trying not to get himself killed should be. Kaiser, does that mean that you think I'm
It's
always
true,
trying to get
Gerbermensch.
myself killed? Is that what you think? What's going on?
I do think it's pretty
Is it
funny.
not-
That's like, have you ever killed someone and regretted it? Yes. God damn it, Braum.
Oh, I have a thought.
I think that's a fair answer
Would
to
you-
that question.
Well, if it's truthful, yeah, sure.
What was the
I
drink
wouldn't
trigger,
lie.
folks? There's 13 drinks.
I have so many different things written down in the corner, but like most of them were just like, oh,
been doing
what
pretty
just
well at
happened? I
guessing
wrote
them.
fuck. I wrote mab. I wrote swallow it because that happened once. That's something I said. Like I was thinking euphemisms. But I came up with apps or titles.
Now,
Referencing people with
I'm
their
not
full title.
sure whether it was just use of titles or whether we were unsure about titles.
Interesting.
Oh, boy.
Because there was a lot of that, and every time I noticed it, it was after we were unsure. But then you were like,
All right. Damn it, Rocky.
Sir Clo, Claude. There was like a question mark in it, but you technically had it right the first time, which is why I'm like,
I think I said Claude first, and then Scott was like, "It's Sir," so I said Sir Claude.
Did I say it like that?
Yeah.
Oh
Definitely
man, I feel
so.
terrible now.
Make your guess.
Yeah.
I want to go with this.
I like that.
actually.
unsure about titles.
Being unsure about what she said.
/ asking for verification.
My
Damn it.
secret guess is anytime. Oh no, John can guess.
I got my own guess.
Yeah.
What's your guess,
What's your
John?
guess?
Beach. My guess is that it was
14.
when one of you directly referenced one of the four, Fairlith, Lenore, Morwen,
Morwen.
or Mab.
I did write down Mab once. God damn
I
it!
didn't get it. All right, what was it?
My guess is when one of us swears.
State the name of
the
it?
A
name.
house
House.
at blank. Of course. That's awesome. Okay. I'm into it.
Sir
Thanks, Trey Dog.
Claude Apwidin.
It's much more tame today.
Sometimes the needs of the performance outweighs everything else.
Outweighs the needs of the few. Crosshair's like, did they just sneeze, or was that the name of a Fae house? Like, I don't know. Halil!
No, Ned. Dougal.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
good grief.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh
Take it. I'll take it.
no.
So 0 drinks every time.
There's someone on your witness list. You said you called your last witness, but there's someone else on your
Yeah,
witness
it's
list.
because I had a
Don't say it, don't
separate.
say it.
I have a separate list in front of me, and I forgot to write that one down because it was a late
Okay,
edition.
well, maybe you might want to call that witness later.
Perfect.
Woo!
Let me
The
add it.
storyteller giveth and the storyteller taketh away. What? Sorry, reverse order. Reverse order.
Hey, thanks the Crosshair for wielding that jade diclave.
Mhm.
Well done.
Secret witness.
That's
Secret
witness.
Through
The
the
witness.
At the trial.
Secret witness.
Yeah.
So, folks, thanks for being here. Thanks for Subpocalypse. You know, because that happened.
Trey Dog, that's amazing.
Man, that counter is way off. They drink a lot.
Man of the Time Crew drinks. So it's technically like a. Technically, what it means is it's
Take a drink.
We had a drinking game going at one point in
Every time we're like
Exaltwitch.
half a second, or there were a bunch of them.
Cats!
remember.
Exclamation mark! Cats.
Oh yeah,
So
Chaos Cats.
Mm-hmm.
you know that's
It used to be a drinking game, and now it's a fun drinking game for you and for us to an extra experience, apparently, which is great.
Yep.
True, we get to like stay in character if we want to.
Also, thanks
Not
to
like looking at the
Aragwen,
cat being
she who
like,
knows
"Don't do it,
10,000
don't
things,
do it."
because she knows 10,000 things.
Yes, Aragwen. Salute for Apocalypse 2.
And Pukajutsu for throwing down some
Oh,
some
as
gifted
well.
subs
Yes.
of his own.
Absolutely.
Along with Grubermensch. Hey, a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
And some followers too.
And
That's
all
cool.
you folks who decided to continue your gifted subs.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that.
September.
Very much wonderful.
Folks, the other thing that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention, of course, if you'll notice that there's some pretty awesome illustrations that are happening at the beginning and the ending of the stream. Lo, the illustrator, decides to throw down, do a bunch of NPCs. We'd love to see more of that.
Mm-hmm.
But Lo's picking up the slack, and it'd be nice to see some other people doing it. You know, it's. I'm just saying, I'm greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
More art.
more art, more art, more art.
One of
I
the
know-
cameras is here, present. It's right there.
That
It's pretty cool, but we have to be able to use it to its maximum potential. We're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. We don't need to do another
No.
marathon to make it
Move
so that
us
this camera's
to a
worth it. But
bigger
already,
house.
I'm much happier with the way that
Yeah.
it's showing its image. And the next one's going to come in, and then I'll look the same.
Yay.
But can we see the box? Yeah, we can see the box. It's, I'll get it.
Ooh, it's because you're not tethered. Just don't trip over all the things.
Oh
in the
no,
way.
glorious changeling art. Oh
It's
no.
so tripod. and-
Oh no, that's just the lens, Liz. There's
Even
the
so, it's still small for a camera
That's
box.
true. Also,
Ooh.
So
That's for the lens.
That's the
I'm
lens
sorry,
box.
Liz, are we keeping you up?
And there's some stickers in the way, but Blackmagic Micro Studio Camera 4K.
All right.
My camera is all right, but it's a webcam. Believe me, we can do better. And there's other things that we'll be able to do with them, once we're actually set up. We can't.
Will match.
It's not an oven in here. The jacket is back.
Yeah.
Which
This
helps.
is glorious
It is.
temperature.
It's a good
Oh my
temp.
god.
So
Uncomfortable.
another camera's on its way. There's even Borf. There's even more. Soon we might even be able to show them to you, but not yet. Not now. Because we don't have them. They haven't arrived. But we will. And it's all thanks to you. Within the next 2 weeks, hopefully by next week, but in the next 2 weeks, we will have tentative dates for you for the one-shot, the Chrysalis episodes, What If Wednesday, and the podcasts.
Yay!
Hopefully all to be delivered by the end of the year.
I think it's
So.
doable. We cross our fingers, but I think it's very doable.
Yeah, so we'll get that for you hopefully by next week,
Thanks,
but I'm
Pete.
giving myself an extra week just in case because, that's the way it is. Tomorrow, Scott, you've still swapped your spot. So tomorrow you're going to get me continuing on with The Legend of Zelda's second quest, moving forward with that. Some RPG talk too. But we're going to see what day Scott actually picks up.
Yeah.
I may end up
Keep in
going back
touch.
to Wednesdays and he may take someone else's
have to
day.
figure that
We'll
out.
find out. Kate?
Depending on what's going on with Scott, I will probably be streaming Thursday evening. Probably some more of Not Tonight.
Ooh.
That'll be 6 p.m. Thursday.
I get this distinct chopping and popping vibe from
Chopping,
you.
chopping, 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 chopping,
Plenty of
chopping.
punching, actually. I was surprised
There's
how much you could.
A pleasing amount of
As
punching.
that axe leaves your hand, man.
Some great sass, some violence. God of War is the perfect game for punchy. Who'da thunk? Also, there may be a special guest on Friday, and when I say special, I mean a break from what has been.
Go sit in the
'Cause
corner.
you're the
Oh,
specialist
God.
guest, obviously.
Well, we
but
understand.
I may have been speaking to a certain Kathy, who's very interested in appearing on this stream. So as long as
my
scheduling permits, she will be there.
Oh no.
That's pretty cool.
Kathy, she's
Episode
great.
50 will be a pizza party. That's in 2 weeks. But what I can tell you is that on Sunday, we've got more Changeling ready for you.
Yeah.
Up and to the right, folks. We'll see you next time.
Mwah, mwah. Thanks for being here.